It's now time for the most fire segment of the show. It is time to find out what Bernie is burning on this week.
I can get fired up, but I bring the fire. I bring a flamethrower every episode. But I love talking high school football. It gets me fired up. This week, I want to talk about the marvels of the gridiron in Madison Heights. Normally, over the past decade plus, the talk of the town has always been the Madison Heights Madison Eagles, a couple trips to Ford Field, gaudy records every regular season. But now, the last couple years, things are changing, the tide is turning, and now it's all about the Bishop Foley Ventures and the Lamphere Rams. Both Lamphere and Bishop Foley are 6-1, playing outstanding football. Bishop Foley, Coach Brian Barnes has his team punching a ticket to the Catholic League Finals for the first time in 16 years, looking for their first ever Catholic League crown. They're 0-3 in the finals. Hopefully this season could be the year they turn it all around and get that Catholic League championship trophy for the mantle. And they have a ton of playmakers. It all starts with the fearless field general, Dylan Goff. He is on fire this fall. His team's averaging 40 points a game. He is just, stretching the field like a true superstar, someone that is making all the throws. He's doing it with his mind. He's checking all the boxes. Everything you want in a star quarterback, you're getting from Dylan Goff. When you go to the running back position, they got Jackson Zeiter. He's the Catholic League's own version of Dylan McCaffrey. He does everything. Has already rushed for about 800 yards. He's caught about 300, 400 yards of receiving yards. Just a kid that can do everything and do it well. At a wide receiver position, you got Adam Kidder, one of the best wide receivers at the small school level in the state of Michigan. On defense, you got James Braswell, who is just a menace, sideline to sideline, big motor, big hitter, and just, good luck to Bishop Foley going for that championship. Now let's talk about Madison Heights Lamphere, a team that was really a non-factor for a long time, but their programs come roaring back, and they've done it by overcoming adversity. 3 coaches in the last 5 years, nonetheless, 3 championships, 3 league titles in the last 5 years. This year, Ray Ostrovsky's come over from St. Clair Shores Lakeshore, where he was the DC. He's an alum of Lakeshore. He's come over, taken over for Art Massano, who retired. They were undefeated in the regular season last year. This year, they just clinched the MAC bronze last week, and they're clicking on all cylinders. Nick Kristich at quarterback, he's a third-year starter. Just, you don't get more consistent, more steady in the pocket than Kristich in that league. Then you got the Latin lightning bolt at running back. Nico Hernandez, he is lightning in a bottle. 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns last season. This year, he's on the verge of going over 1,000. I think he needs 50 yards in week 8. He'll go over 1,000. He already has 14 touchdowns. Throwing the ball to Aiden Robinette and Samaj Ramsey. Ramsey is a basketball star that already has a couple Division I offers. He's breaking out as a wide receiver this year. Aiden Robinette has been the big play receiver for Kristich. Tristan Gist doing it on both sides of the ball as a tight end. He's catching touchdown passes. I think he's got 5. And then as an outside linebacker, he has 5 pick sixes. So they're being a very opportunistic defense led by Gist. So Lamphere playing some great football under Coach Ostrowski. It's, everything's coming up roses in Madison Heights with football when it comes to Lamphere and the Ventures. They've already raised 2 banners. There could be more banners coming down the pike in the next couple weeks.
The Latin lightning bolt.
The Latin lightning bolt. Nico Hernandez. This guy's got moves. He's, he can run for power. He can run for speed. He makes it around the edge, can beat guys to the corner. Nico Hernandez is just, he's got my heart, man.
Hungry Howie's wants to thank you. Yes, you, how long can I stay on this couch guy? Super dad who prevented birthday disaster. And the late night study group that ordered 17 pizzas. Thank you to the Holy Moly Did You See That fans. And thank you, Whole Slice and One Bite Kid. Because for every pizza sold in October, we make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And together we've raised nearly $3 million just by doing what you love. Hungry? Howie's.
We view technology a little differently at Lawrence Tech's College of Architecture and Design. We believe it makes lives better, more beautiful, that it enables people to connect, and empowers them to create. We see technology as a reflection of people at their best, and that it should be designed to make us more human, not less. Come redefine technology with us at LTU's College of Architecture and Design.
What's up, Michigan? I'm Lexi Ayala, and welcome back to the original high school sports show. We're presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU can offer athletic as well as academic scholarships, so recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. Let's take a look and recap the action that state champs covered during the week. And we begin with boys soccer in the Huron League as the two-time defending Division III state champs Grozeel went on the road to take on New Boston Huron. The Red Devils would get 2 goals by the junior Joey Molnar as they would go on to shut out Huron 4-0, the final, to claim another Huron League title. Next to the KLAA Boys Soccer Conference title game, we had Northville going up against Livonia Stevenson. The Mustangs ranked 5th in Division I and would get a pair of goals from both Kyle Stoner and Mikey Chiminetti as Northville takes the KLAA title with a 4-1 win over Stevenson.
I'm Ryan Slocum, and we head to the west side of the state for the Wayland Cross Country Invite. 11 schools competing in this one, and we begin with the boys. It would be the junior Max Van Heist from Hamilton High School that would win it by 9 seconds. The host, Wayland, had 5 runners place in the top 10. They went on to take the team crown. On to the girls. Olivia Barabas from Wayland would dominate this race from start to finish, winning by nearly a minute with a time of 20 minutes and 40 seconds. Hopkins had 3 girls place in the top 15, including Helena Kerber. She'd finish second as Hopkins wins by 1 point over Wayland for the team title.
It's time now to go to this week's MHSAA Minute.
For the first time in MHSAA history, we will have junior high, middle school postseason events with 8 middle school, junior high cross-country regionals happening around the state. The first of those regionals will be run October 16th, with the last one coming October 29th. The 8 host schools are Portage Central, Midland, Marquette, Hudson, Macomb, Dakota, Carson City Crystal, Gaylord, and Grand Rapids Public Schools. Each of the host sites will have a girls and a boys race of 2 miles in length, and each team can enter as many racers as desired. Most regionals will have multiple sections of races at their site. The top team in each regional will be awarded a trophy, with the top 20 individual runners per gender in each regional receiving a medal. There are nearly 650 member middle schools in the state, and this event will not count against the 10 events teams are allowed to compete in during the regular season. This is a great opportunity for junior high middle school runners to represent their schools in postseason MHSAA competition. For more information, please go to MHSAA.com.
What's up, Michigan? I'm Ryan Slocum, and it is time to talk state champs, Mr. Football 2021, presented by Hungry Howie's. Please support Hungry Howie's all October long in their Love, Hope, and Pizza campaign. Every pizza sold in the pink box sees Hungry Howie's make a contribution to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. As always, we are joined by Sean Belizean. Shawnee, just a couple of weeks away from the playoffs now.
Yeah, man, we have seen some exciting action the past couple of weeks. I thought last weekend was just epic. You know, we were talking off camera, some great games to come, and we're talking about a pretty explosive player having a monster year. How about Tyrell Henry? Check this out. Their offense right now is averaging about 53 points a game. A big reason for the success offensively is the above aforementioned Tyrell Henry. This guy's getting it done in the passing game, and he has been, in a word, electrifying in the return game. Punt returns, kickoff returns, he's doing it all. The senior will be taking his talents to East Lansing as part of Mel Tucker's recruiting class. And I'll tell you what, a lot to be done before he heads up to East Lansing.
No question about it. Thanks for the breakdown. Remember, you can cast your vote by going to statechampsnetwork.com. Whoever is leading the online vote can never be removed from that top 10. For Sean, I am Ryan, and we will be back here again next week with another update in the Mr. Football Award presented by Hungry Howie's.
State Champs Michigan Extra Point is where high school football fans go to get their news. Premiering Thursdays on the State Champs app and across the network, Extra Point features highlights, analysis, great interviews, and more. Don't forget to listen to the companion audio podcast on Spreaker or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back inside the State Champs Network studios for another discussion on this year's Anvil Award presented by Hungry Howie's. And we want to shout out to Hungry Howie's for all the work they have done fighting breast cancer through their Love, Hope, and Pizza campaign all October long. Every pizza sold in this pink box sees Hungry Howie's make a contribution to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Doing good, never tasted better. Sean Belizean knows all about that, don't you? That Cajun crust is right up your alley.
Listen, put it all over the pizza. Thank me later. But you ask for the Cajun crust and then ask nicely, put it all over the pizza. It's great. Now, Ryan, it's great to be with you. I've never done this Anvil thing, so let's go. I'm excited to do this.
Yeah, let's do it. We will update you on who is leading that online vote for the Anvil Award. Currently, it is Notre Dame commit Josh Burnham from Traverse City Central. He has over 4,700 votes. And Sean, with our criteria, whoever wins that online vote is automatically has a spot in our Final Four.
Well, and that's why we tell people all the time, Ryan, get out there and vote. You can make it happen for our Player of the Year competitions. We always say, you have the control. If you go out there and you vote like our friends up north have had, you can get your guy in top and he never comes out. Online leader stays on the list to the very end.
Yep, and let's tell you about the other guys on the list. Jordan Cannon from Orchard Lake St. Mary's in second place. He has over 3,800 votes. You can go online today, statechampsnetwork.com. You can vote for anyone in our top 10, and we will see you next week right here with another Anvil Award update presented by Hungry Howie's.
Let's recap the volleyball games State Champs covered throughout the week. And we start in the Downriver League as Woodhaven was at home to take on Gibraltar Carlson. The Warriors led by senior outside hitter Abby Weiss, who had 11 kills. They went on to sweep Carlson in 3 sets to remain undefeated in the Downriver League. Next, we go to the west side of the state as 2 teams in our State Champs Top 10 rankings squared off as number 4 Hudsonville was at home to take on number 3 Rockford in an Ottawa-Kent Conference matchup. And it would be Hudsonville coming through winning in 4 sets. On to another top 10 showdown that happened on Tuesday night as number 9 Northville took on their rivals from Novi, who came in 10th in our latest rankings. Northville, who already beat Novi just a few weeks back, came through again as they sweep the Wildcats in 3. That's it for another edition of State Champs. Make sure to download the free State Champs streaming app. It's available in the Apple App Store or on Google Play. Watch our shows on TV using the Amazon Fire Stick or Roku. And head on over to our website, statechampsnetwork.com. That's all the time we have for you this week. I'm going to miss you in the meantime. I'm Lexi Ayala. Thanks for watching.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game Time Live here on the State Champs Sports Network. I'm Ryan Slocum alongside the coach, Richie Pop. Thank you for joining us today, and we've got a good one for you. 4-2 Detroit Country Day hosting Detroit Loyola, which comes in at 3-4 on the year. Coach, homecoming here at Country Day. Great atmosphere. What do you think about the matchup we have here?
First of all, what a gorgeous day out here. It's a little windy, but the sun is shining. The trees are starting to turn color. Welcome to fall and welcome to football. You know, and talking down on the field a little bit before the game, you've got one side who says, hey, listen, we need to possess the ball because Loyola is dangerous if they catch the ball. And if we don't tackle them right away, we're not going to tackle them because they're going to be running down the field. And in the possession side of the ball for Country Day, got to pound the rock, hit them here and there with the quick game because they believe a lot of pressure is going to be in the face of Brandon Mann today.
Absolutely. Loyola there in the white jerseys, blue helmets. They will be kicking the ball off. It'll be Keontae Booker doing the kicking, and they will be kicking to Detroit Country Day with the blue tops, the gold helmets, and it should be a good one. You mentioned Brandon Mann. That's the quarterback for Detroit Country Day. We'll be talking about him a lot today. Committed to Kent State earlier this week, had all sorts of interest from MAC schools, starting to get some Power Fives as well, but he went ahead and he made that commitment to Kent State this week, Coach, and he's a guy I know you know very well.
Yeah, he is a phenomenal kid from a phenomenal family, will absolutely better any university he attends as a whole, let alone the football program as the microcosm of the university.
And we will get to see him in just a couple of minutes, but first the kickoff here. And it is squibbed down there, and it's going to be taken with pretty good field position for the Yellow Jackets as they get going here on homecoming week number 8. Country Day coming in after an open week last week at 4-2 on the year.
Always interesting to see how a team's going to play on that bye week. You know, you get an extra week to prepare, but your kids have had a week off, which can equate to getting some people healthy. But also, are you going to come out a little rusty? So we'll see what happens here on their first offensive possession. A little tight trips bunch here on the left.
Number 13 is Brandon Mann. There's a man in motion. The ball is handed up the middle. And a pretty nice gain on first down right near that first down marker. That's Gabe Winowich.
Boy, exactly what they wanted to have happen here. You run a little tight bunch. You insert your number 3 receiver. You block real well on the edge. Great read by Gabe there and getting it up strong for a great 9-yard gain on first down. Just what Country Day ordered.
Just short of the first down for the sophomore. Another man in motion. And it's handed off to Gabe again. This time he goes to the right side. Another big pickup. He gets the first down and much more, almost to the 40, around the 42.
Well, forget the rust. How do you get the rust off? You go smashing up in there, and you have a good running back with really good vision. You see he hits that hole. Lyman making sure he's not holding as that defender pulls away. Another solid run, and it's 1st and 10 across the positive side of the 50 for the Yellow Jackets.
So here comes Brandon Mann once again. Winowich standing beside him on first down. They go to him for the 3rd straight time. This time he is finally brought down after just a gain of 1.
Yeah, much better penetration here by the D-line, using some quickness, getting in those gaps. A little bit of a high snap, looking to get that counter going. Excellent job coming from the outside in. Only a short gain on that one of 1 yard. 2nd down and 9.
We are just underway here at Detroit Country Day High School on Senior Day. This time, again, Winowich to the left side, waiting for his blockers, still on his feet. Big hit there at the end, and I think we're going to get a flag.
I'll tell you, I love the patience here. You'll actually see a lot of running backs do this. Stay behind the big fellas. That's where the good yardage is going to be made. Hand on the back, follow them in there and through. Really nice job of fighting for extra yards.
Let's see what the flag is. Big hit late. The Yellow Jackets took exception to that. And but that is going to be on Loyola. They're moving down that field a little more on that helmet-to-helmet hit.
And the coaches on Loyola's sideline are saying, come on, fellas, they're running all over us. They do not need help. Stay disciplined, which was one of the keys the coaches talked about. Us being disciplined against a team who's going to play fast at us. And the Yellow Jackets are right back under center, ready to roll.
4 straight runs, all from the sophomore. Man now throwing. Got his man out there. It is Luke Amori, and he is picked up about 8 yards, close to the first down. We do have a hold, though, so this one's coming back.
Well, you could see the motion there did not attract any defenders shifting any position, so Country Say saw that in the box, says, hey, getting out in the flat quick. However, if you hold, it's going to be 10 from the spot. It's now going to be first down, and looked like it was behind the line of scrimmage a little bit, so first and about 25.
First time we have seen Brandon throw the ball today, Coach. State championship quarterback from last year. Country Day coming off 2 straight trips to Ford Field. Finally got it done last year. Here's Mann. Hands it to Gabe. Nice hole, nice gain. Down to the 16.
Boy, you love to see how he lowers his pad level. First of all, great job by the O-line clearing a hole in there. Then he lowers his pad level, keeps his head up, and he actually delivers the blow and runs through the defender right there. Great strong run by Gabe.
And I should say to the 26-yard line. Still a long way to go after that penalty. 2nd and 17. Gabe once again, and this time he is hit and brought down fairly quickly by DeMonte Andrew, another sophomore.
And we mentioned a lot of wind up here today and down in that field, so that might be one of the reasons that they're staying away from the passing game. We'll see if they open it up here, though, at 3rd down and about 16 yards.
Yeah, great point by you, Coach. That wind is blowing straight at him from left to right. Man throwing this time on 3rd, but he is slips the tackle, still on his feet, rolls, fires, has a man down there. But, Coach, you mentioned it. Maybe that wind caught him up. Jake Amori was his target down there near the goal line.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, he gets immediate pressure. Great job by the defensive end beating the tackle, barely untouched. But big, strong Brandon Mann just runs through that like he's not even there. Keeps his eyes downfield. Love the quick release and balance here. Just a little bit off, and maybe that wind did affect it. I think they're going to go for it here, though, because I'm sure it was affecting the kicking game in pregame, and it would here, too. So I see, sure enough, it's 4th down and long, but they're going for it with the bunch trips wide on the outside. And not enough coverage, in my opinion. There's 2 on 3 out there. That's what you like as an offense.
Here is Mann. Looking to his left, dumps it off to Gabe. How about this guy? Stays on his feet, rumbles near the goal line. I think he's going to be down around the 2, but they are getting a heavy dose of Gabe Winowich on this possession. My gosh, he's doing everything.
I'm telling you, what a nice little, just real patient, slips out for the screen. Good downfield blocking, that key break of a tackle right there. And again, pad level down, he's delivering the ball. Below, and it's 1st and goal on the 2-yard line for the Yellow Jackets.
Slipped a couple of tackles before finally getting brought down by Jason Hardy, but here you go, 1st and goal. Winowich trying to complete his drive, but he is brought down. Great tackle in the backfield, and it's Lonzie Tramble III.
Really nice job getting up the field here, breaking through, and you could see the hustle there, and Lonzie was late. It looked like 99
Raymond Murray
was the first one to get up in there. Nice play. Good penetration.
So 2nd and 5 from the 5. This time, it's number 32 breaking in there. Graham Dooman, touchdown. Country Day.
And again, you'll watch it. Brand just Mr. Doman follows those blockers. They're going to bring them around. There go the guard and tackle. Follow them into the end zone. Feel a little crease. Touchdown Country Day, up 6-0 here at 7:41 in the first quarter.
Well, Coach, we started out talking about the talented quarterback, but this was run, and they ran it right down their throats on the opening possession.
And let's give coaches a lot of credit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it and keep running. And short little dinky passes, getting the ball in that guy who can run so well, Gabe, and then finished off by Doman there. They did mix the extra point on that one, so it's 6-0 Country Day.
Yep. Doman caps it, but it was Gabe Winowich doing the majority of the damage on that opening possession. 7:41 to play in the opening quarter. DCD taking the early 6-0 lead. And once again, Coach, you mentioned this wind, and it is very strong. Left or right, straight across the field. maybe affected that kick a little bit as well.
No doubt about it. It is very strong. In terms of the drive, though, when we talked to the Country Day coaches, said we have to possess it, we have to run it. It's going to be our ground game. You keep a very effective offense off the field and then while using clock and getting scores, and that's exactly what they did. So no rust from the week off. Obviously, it helped a lot.
Kick is away, and it is taken on one hop. This is Keontae Booker. You want to talk about a dangerous return man, Coach. Returned a kick and a punt for touchdowns last week, so he can do some heavy damage. State Champs is located on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. They offer over 20 varsity sports, including football. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com.
And going back to Cavante, he was hit and then about 12 yards later was brought down. So you can see he's a strong, quick runner.
So here comes Anthony Garrett. Throwing on first down. Arm possibly hit as he threw out to the sideline. And it's going to be second down.
And that's Loyola's game. They want to get that ball out quick. They love that quick screen game to the outside. Mr. Garrett has a very strong arm, very good player, a little inside zone fake. I just think he came up short on that one, but he did certainly have pressure in his face quickly.
The kid they call Shotgun definitely has a strong arm. He is getting all sorts of love from the GLIAC. He's going to be playing at the next level. This is Braylon McDonald, but he is stuffed. Nowhere to go.
Boy, really nice job penetration. Again, we just call this gap sound defense. I got the A or B gap. I'm going to stay in it. The end closes down, pushes it inside to his friends. We talk about it all the time. You can see 52, Mr. Arabo right there in that tackle. Great job.
So it'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. For Garrett, the senior. Fakes the handoff. Slings it out there. It's going to be overshot. Drops it around the 50-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, those are two very indicative throws of being really fired up and ready to roll. One in the dirt, one way over, slinging over the head. He'll calm down, and I'm sure we'll see some connections from him in this game. Now, on the other side with the wind, you hope to get this punt up in that wind and carry that thing as deep as possible and get good coverage, and we'll see what kind of punt they get off.
Deani Horton is the punter. There you can see, counting his guys away as he gets ready to put a boot into this wind. Very strong, Coach, and it really picked up even more as we started this game.
Absolutely.
High snap. The kick nearly blocked, but it is away. And it is brought in by number 33 around the left side. That is Luke Grove in the groove, picking up some big yardage. And once again, the Yellow Jackets are going to have awesome field position.
I promise you the coach was yelling, fair catch, go Luke, go Luke. That was a phenomenal, courageous catch and a great move in the beginning, an open field, and he has the Yellow Jackets set up on the positive side of the 50 all the way to the 35-yard line. They are loving this position.
Great start so far for the home team. The defending state champions ended an 0-for-5 drought, Coach, at Ford Field last year with this guy under center. And here we go. Handoff to Gabe Zeldes. And he has a great gain. Another pickup, 8 or 9 yards on first down.
Boy, this is one of the quarterback's best friends in the passing game. You literally put it 1.5 inches in front of you, let a great runner get outside, and it's plus yardage in your passing game. You got to love it. The other benefit is on a handoff, if you do that and the ball's on the ground, it's a fumble. With that, it's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. However, they turned it into a 9-yard gain, and they're rolling again on the ground.
Just over 6 minutes to play in the opening stanza. It has been all DCD and all run game, but here is man passing, this time to Gabe. First mistake of the day for him. He has been incredible in and out of the hands in number 2.
I could see him put his hands up and say, doggone it, I should have had that for my guy. And here's the class act of Brandon Mann. He's not going to say anything to him. He knows Gabe wanted to catch that ball. He's going to tell him, hey, we'll get the next one. Let's go. Hey, I like the play call, though. Second and short, you know your running game is strong. Try and get something outside. I'm going to think Gabe's coming up in the middle or around the corner on this one.
He is in the backfield alongside man once again, and we've got some movement.
Boy, good job by the defensive line for Loyola there, holding their ground, and unfortunately for DCD, we get a little jump by the tackle, getting a little anxious. Forgot it was a little freeze call around 2, and jumps off sides.
Yeah, Brendan Cornwell got a little too excited there, so it'll now be 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 at the 32-yard line. They hand it off straight up the gut. Gabe gonna be just short this time. Maybe about a yard short.
I think he got back the penalty yardage of about 5 yards, so we're gonna be about 1.5, 2 to go. I'm pretty sure this was the call earlier. They didn't get it off because of the penalty. I think they're gonna come right back with it. Also wouldn't be surprised to see a little pull by Brandon Mann and him go get it. We'll see what happens here.
On 4th and short,
There
and
it
you
is.
called it. It is man up the middle. He does get to the yard line to reach, so it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Jackets.
He is a big, strong man, pardon the pun here. He's 6'2" and about 215 pounds, and he knows how to run strong, and it's first down Yellow Jackets. Again, on the move to the end zone line.
Yeah, you were telling me before the game, he's obviously committed to Kent State right now to play the quarterback position, but he was getting some tight end love at the next level.
Yeah, the Spartans like him as a tight end. He's a phenomenal athlete, smart football player, trying to get the best kids they can around all over the Spartan Stadium.
And he lets it fly, has a man down there, and we have got a pass interference. Luke Grove going up to get it.
Boy,
Let's
obviously,
take another look at this.
Luke Grove is an all-around player. He's the deep on the kickoff. He's getting punts. He's out at the wide out running deep. That's a nice-looking ball, well thrown. Just a little bit early on the defense there, and a good call. He's pushed a little bit early. Mr. Hardy pushing on Mr. Grove there.
Yeah, Jason Hardy getting there a hair early. This is a kid who everybody loves. Once again, tons of GLIAC love for him. He's committed just recently to Northwood, so we're going to see him playing on Saturdays, other than today, next year as well.
I think it's a color scheme. You got Brandon, who's at Kent State with the same color scheme, and you got him over there at Northwood, the same color scheme. I see what's going on here. Just wear your high school stuff over there and say it was from there. That's beautiful.
That's right. You don't need any fresh gear. Here we go. 1st and 10 now. The ball is at the 11. Man throwing again. Got a man again, but he overshoots him. It'll be 2nd down. This time the intended target was Jake Amori.
Very mature throw here. He really knows he doesn't have anyone. He just slides a little bit in the pocket for some open area. I'm going to put it where my guy's going to get it or nobody's going to get it. We're going to come down at 2nd and 10. Smart play right there, not turning the ball over deep in your positive end zone side.
So the clock is paused with 4:55 to play. 2nd 10 from the 11.
Here comes Gabe.
You called it. Around the right side. Gets the edge. Still on his feet. Touchdown. Country Day.
Well, I'll tell you what I really like about this play. Often is the case when you get a run play going, if you get a big play, there's some receivers blocking, there's a tight end blocking downfield, and you're going to see it here. Great hook block there. 48 gets a hook, little blocking downfield, touchdown for Gabe.
Yeah, that was Brendan Cornwell, the guy that had the flag earlier. How about that block to open things up, and Gabe hit that outside.
Making amends for it perfectly. Great job, son. Way to come back and be strong for your team. And we're up 12-0. The Yellow Jackets going for 2 to get it to 14.
Man, keeping it himself. He's rolling, directing traffic, but the ball is through the back of the end zone, so the 2-point try is no good. Country Day still with a 12-point lead at 12-0. Man, it's been all them.
Absolutely, 100%. And you know, when that run game can be your friend like it has been, it certainly takes that 2 weeks, puts it all together for you, and you're up 2 scores early, 4:49 in the first.
We also want to thank our good friends at Hungry Howie's for all the work they have done fighting breast cancer through their Love, Hope, and Pizza campaign. All October long, every pizza sold in the pink box sees Hungry Howie's make a contribution to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Coach, you got a favorite crust over there?
You know, I'm a sesame guy.
Okay.
I love sesame seeds on anything. So that's one of my favorites at Hungry Howie's.
I'm a butter cheese crust guy.
Oh, there you go.
But
I don't think you can go wrong.
There you go. You cannot go wrong.
And that is unsolicited, folks. You can't go wrong.
No, that was not written by our producer, Kevin Trzynski. That just actually happened. It can't go wrong with the running game so far for the Yellow Jackets. Defense on the first drive has played well as well. 3 and out. Here comes the return. Dropped after a couple of yards is Tyree Cobb.
Boy, and 32 coming flying down the field. Mr. Doman, who scored early, has a nice tackle right there on the kickoff team.
So Loyola will try to get something going here on their second possession. As we just mentioned, they went 3 and out on the first. Tried to throw the ball a couple of times. One run was stuffed. Kamari Wright, another talented tailback, is in there right now. And they go with the man in motion. Keontae Booker cannot get the edge, and that's going to be a big loss on first.
Boy, Doman again coming on the outside. First of all, great play by the defensive end. The linebacker coming up actually and forcing that ball to bounce to an unblocked defender and Doman, and he makes a sure shoestring tackle there. Nice job to string that out.
Yeah, just 4 plays, but they are doing an excellent job here on defense. As you mentioned at the top of the show, Loyola with some incredible athletes. If they get in space, look out. This time, the pass connected. Nice catch by Armon Williams. We talk about it every week during our telecast, Coach. You love those hands catches.
I'm telling you.
And here you go.
You get young guys, any receivers, catching ball with hands. They're better in bad weather. They're good in good weather. It doesn't matter because they trust themselves to do it right. Nice throw there, but an excellent catch.
Another very talented player. Got an offer from Davenport this season.
See a good, strong 4-yard gain right there. He got 32 popping up in there strong. Julian Hill. Kamari Wright, number 23. Nice, strong run there. 2nd and 6.
Here is Wright again. Battling for a few yards. He's across the 40. That'll set up 3rd and short. I tell you what, they got a nice 1-2 punch at tailback.
Absolutely. It's kind of a thunder and lightning. This is the power right here with the thunder coming and the speed coming out of there with the other tailback. Gets that thunder and lightning. I like how he's getting his pad level low. You got 3rd and short here. Very manageable. A lot of choices for the offense.
Kamari coming off a great week last week against Divine Child. This time, they mix it up a little bit. They hand it to Keontae, and he picks up the first down near the 30.
And you call this the lightning. Here he goes. He's going to absolutely put that right foot in the ground and explode around the corner. Bang, there it is. No one out there. Good tackle coming up, number 8 from the safety position. Good job, Amari there. Luke.
1st and 10 now from the 30. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They go right back to the run this time. McDonald is stuffed.
Yeah, nice job there by the D-line converging inside. Again, gap sound defense. Just man my gap. There's my guys. Turn them inside as a defensive end. Sets that edge and makes the runner cut up into his buddies. Nice defense. Only a minimal gain, and it's now 2nd down and about 9.5.
McDonald, pretty smart kid. Has a bunch of Ivy League offers. How about Columbia, Dartmouth, and Penn?
How about pick one, son, because you're going to have one heck of a networking thing going on there.
No doubt. He was actually invited to Kansas today, but he's playing today.
I'm a little busy, Coach.
Yeah.
I will maybe next week. Love it. Love to hear those stories.
Bright future ahead for Mr. McDonald. You see him stretching the ball out right there, trying to grab a couple extra yards. 3.96 GPA.
Absolutely love it.
and a smart football player as well. This time Josh Nichols coming around the left side. He's got the first down, and he gets out of bounds. Loyola moving it on this possession.
You know, talking to the Country Day coaches, they were worried so much about that quick pass and short pass and guys in space. They're doing with the run game. They're getting around that edge 2 or 3 times now and popping up in there. Couple strong runs inside. Sometimes that end doesn't want to set that edge. He wants to get in the action, and you can see they pop around there. Nice job by the vision of the running backs.
And they're mixing it up as well. We've seen 4 different guys now carry the ball out of the backfield. This once again, how about the speed and explosion up through it? Nichols one more time.
Boy, just one after another. Again, they put a foot in the ground. This time it's the left foot. You can see we get a kick out block by 19. Put that left foot in the ground, son. Get upfield. Really nice job, Mr. Nichols. Way to go strong.
And you want to talk about a guy who can play. This guy's got 6 D1 offers, opportunity to play at U of M as well. This time they throw it. It is batted down, and is it picked off? We got to fight for it down there. They are saying yes, it is. Interception by Country Day, putting a halt to this great drive from Loyola. Let's take another look.
And I believe this is a possession first by Country Day, and that's why the official, I believe, appropriately called it.
Brandon Mann, the quarterback, gets his mitts on it.
I'm going to tip it to my buddy over here, and he's going to catch it.
Great play there. Caleb Mathis Miller with the INT. So Mr. Mann makes the play, and now he gets to make a few more on the offensive side of the ball after the interception.
Well, they had a great drive going. Let's see what Country Day comes back with. And as they should, running up in there. I believe I saw a flag fly in there.
You did. Doman on the carry. Let's see if this is coming back, though.
We got a hold inside. When the white hat calls it from behind, it's a hold inside, and sure enough, a little grab, a little arm extension there, and that's all it takes. But like Loyola, Country Day comes back with a couple running backs of their own. Both teams very, very deep at that back position. That's always a good place to be deep at, especially in high school and any level football.
Absolutely. But they are now backed up deep with under a minute to play here. Man right now in the end zone, and he's throwing. Got a man out there. How about that? Just the way they draw it up. Tipped and then caught by Gabe Zeldez.
And I'm going to guess that's actually the receiver he was going to. I could be wrong because it certainly was going in that direction. They had an underneath receiver who ended up trying to get that ball because you're taught, hey, if that thing's around me, I'm going to get it. But I believe he was going to the deeper receiver. And like you said, hey, guys, this is how we're going to do it. Tip drill. Once on defense, we're going to pick it off. And then on offense, we're going to go down and get a good play.
Yeah, that'll fool him.
Perfect.
So now 2nd and 9 here in the closing seconds of the first quarter. Handoff. It is Gabe fighting his way. It's going to take every white shirt on the field to bring him down. And I believe that'll be the last play here of the first. But before, let's take one more look at Luke.
Gabe getting up in there strong. Very nice run. And
DeMonte Andrew was the first to make contact. And after one period of play, the home team, Detroit Country Day, leading Detroit Loyola 12-0. We'll be back with the second quarter action right after this.
Hungry Howie's wants to thank you. Yes, you, how long can I stay on this couch guy? Super dad who prevented birthday disaster. And the late night study group that ordered 17 pizzas. Thank you to the Holy Moly Did You See That fans. And thank you, Whole Slice and One Bite Kid. Because for every pizza sold in October, we make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And together we've raised nearly $3 million just by doing what you love. Hungry? Howie's.
We view technology a little differently at Lawrence Tech's College of Architecture and Design. We believe it makes lives better, more beautiful, that it enables people to connect and empowers them to create. We see technology as a reflection of people at their best, and that it should be designed to make us more human, not less. Come redefine technology with us at LTU's College of Architecture and Design.
And welcome back to Game Time Live here on the State Champs Sports Network. Glad you are here with us. Ryan Slocum alongside Coach Pop. They have switched sides, and now it is Country Day that has the wind at their back with a 12-0 lead after the interception. They take over again. They are 2 for 2 on possessions, a couple of touchdowns, looking to make it 3 in a row. And we have a whistle before the snap. And they'll get backed up again. Third time this has happened now, Coach.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is what they believe, get the defense to jump off sides, so they're going on the 2 count. And what's happening is someone's jumping a little bit early, and that's 2 times in a row. Coach is going to get him over and say, hey, Brandon, go on 1. Let's get the first down. Our run game's going well. I know what you're trying to do, but let's just go.
Yeah, this time the left guard with the jump. So it'll be 3rd and 7 from their own 22. Man, back to throw. Got pressure coming, throws on the run, and he just throws it away. That'll bring up 4th down, and the punting unit will come out for the first time.
And again, you see a good, strong senior move here. Clear rush by the backer. He's got big-time pressure. Can't afford to get a sack back there, so he just throws it over his guy's head. And in high school football, you've got to put it near a receiver. You can't just throw it out of bounds like you can at the next levels.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times this year. As you pointed out, guys see that on TV, and they don't maybe necessarily know the rule.
Yep.
They launch it out of bounds, and you get a flag.
And they see it, so they just think it, applies everywhere. And we coaches have to do a better job of saying, hey, nope, you can't do that. Throw it over one of our guys' heads or at his feet. And, of course, Brandon's also going to punt.
And he does, gets it away. Good high punt. Fair catch is called right at the 45. Jason Hardy thought about taking off after he called fair catch.
Well, what he thought was, doggone it, I wanted to not fair catch that thing. But a good punt, good high punt, good coverage, and you know what? You kick them on their side of the 50. Their defense is playing well, although Loyola was really moving down the field very well before that interception. Let's see if they don't go back to the run game here.
Absolutely. They really mixed it up there with the backs on that last possession. Got big gains on most of their runs. Tried to throw it. Garrett was tipped and picked off by Caleb Mathis Miller. So here he comes again with great field position. The ball's handed off to Braylon McDonald. Not much doing there on first.
Much better job here. Again, as we talk about, you have to guard your gap. So who's ever the B-gap player on here, usually a tackle, and you got good penetration. We see early in there, Luke Amari comes off the corner pretty quickly and really thwarts that effort on that one.
2nd and 9. Anthony Garrett, the senior, gets the call from the sideline. He's going to throw. Quick throw, has a man, nails him. Shenard Foster. And he is still on his feet. Great gain there to the 36 for the Lawrence Tech commit.
Well, I love this. They get a little flat route by the short receiver, and you run the curl behind it. You just read that window, and this is exactly what the Country Day coaches were fearful of. Man, they can move. We got to get them down. You can see right there the explosiveness.
Throwing again. This time going for it all. Has a man down there, but just overshoots him. That was Hardy who had a step, but a little long into the wind.
Absolutely have got to hit this one. You just don't get that many opportunities, and he is a good 7 yards behind him. Excellent route. I know Mr. Garrett would love that one back, and he'll replay that one, and you watch, they'll hit that one later on today.
Yeah, they did last week. Touchdown catch for Jason Hardy. This week so far out of his reach, but it is 2nd down, 10 to go. From the 37, they keep it on the ground. Again, great job. McDonald with really not much room to move.
Yeah, again, you get running far more inside, more like an inside zone look here. Versus where the other time where they're going like off tackle and giving the running backs the opportunity to go inside or outside. They have to stay inside in this time, and much more staunch defense. You could see the odd front, which means 3 defensive linemen sometimes, and sometimes the even when there's 4 by Country Day to try and throw off the run blocking.
Quick pass to Dion Horton, but he's going to be short of the sticks, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I really like this, though. This is like a rhythm throw, both for the quarterback and the receiver. It's catch, get your one-step drop, shoot that ball out there. Now you've got 4th and 6, which is much more manageable than 4th and 9 or 10.
4th and 6 from the 33. Garrett hit, stays on his feet, gets it off, but it is short of Foster, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Once again, a promising drive coming up short for the Dogs.
Well, we've got 2 big, strong quarterbacks. Both are taking hits and getting right out of it as if nothing's happening. It's a really nice job. Got to try and rotate that shoulder a little bit, get a little more hip in that throw. That's a tough position to be in, though. Good job by Garrett trying to make a play. And, again, did not throw the ball to the other team running. So even though it was a thwarted drive, it's not somewhere else down the field after an interception. So let's see if Loyola's defense can stop the run game here with the Yellow Jackets. Forced a punt last time. Let's see if they can do it again.
12-0 lead for Country Day, and with it, heavy pressure this time on man. What a throw, and it is caught by Luke Grove. How about that one, Coach?
Boy, I'll tell you, it's fun to watch the guys you work with. You rep this stuff in the summer where you're rolling away. You're not going to be in a great balanced position. You're not even stopping. You flick it to where your guy can get it, and he makes a phenomenal throw, and Luke stays with it, again in the hands, and it's 1st and 10. Looks like about the 48-yard line. Nope, 44-yard line, 43-yard line.
Yeah, Kendrick Britt bringing the pressure, could not get to him. Man with the great catch. Here comes Gabe. He's around the left side. He's got the first and a whole lot more. Burst his speed, still on his feet to the 22-yard line. Gabe Winowich, what a game he's having so far through a quarter and a half.
Boy, the vision here again, you just love it. He gets outside, then he gets up the field. Nice kick out block by the guard there, and then a shoestring tackle attempt, not enough. Left foot in the ground, getting north and south. Then he got a lot of strip tries here instead of tackles. Ends up with another 12 or 14 yards right near the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets.
And we have seen him a couple of times today. Looks like we're going to get a timeout, but we've seen a couple of times today. Man, he's a load to bring down.
Well, he just keeps churning. We've had several backs as we've been doing these broadcasts who just keep churning and churning and churning and fighting, and it always ends up in positive yards for him. Great for the young guys who are in the stands. You always see the youth, team players around and watching that as an example. That's phenomenal.
Dan McLean got that state title a year ago. Wanted to talk things over with his team here with 8:32 to play. Well, we want to let you know that you can be a referee. In fact, we need you to get out there and be a ref now more than ever. Nationally, there is a shortage of people who are willing to work these kids' games. Now remember, they are just kids' games, so if you love sports and you love the kids, get out there and register at MHSAA.com.
And boy, we sure need them. So if anybody's thinking about being involved in a different way in the game, coming out be a referee, you'll start at the lower level but work your way up. We appreciate those guys, even though sometimes we're on them and maybe we shouldn't be so much. But thank you so much for what you do.
It is a tough job, no question. 1st and 10, man looking to throw. They bring the pressure again, and this time they are going to get to him. Finally brought down. Marion Ford, the sophomore, drags him down, but man, there was a whole lot of guys there. Kendrick Britt as well.
Well, I think this ball comes out as a fumble. I'm not sure.
And that's what they say.
And I don't know if there's a ref close enough to see it if it happens.
Kind of holding that ball out there, Coach.
Yeah, he's got to put that thing away. There's a point of emphasis with that they'll have to make sure and fix. Let's see here. That does come out before he comes down. I don't know if they called it or not, though. They did not.
They did not. Kendrick Britt getting his hands in there as Ford was bringing him down. That ball did come out.
Well, it looks like they called forward progress, Ryan, is what happened here. They said he was being tackled and was not moving forward, so that's what happened there. Good job by Loyola there. Holy smokes, stringing that one out. Excellent job by the defender there.
Britt again.
You'll see him slide out with the running back. He keeps what you call your outside arm free. They've got inside leverage. Nice job, actually throws the offensive blocker into the running back. Great job. And it is third and a real long way. Loyola gets a stop and a punt force here. That'll be a big win for them.
Another kid that I know the coaching staff loves is Kendrick Britt, the junior. They call him one of the best juniors in the entire state. Had a fumble recovery for a touchdown against UD Jesuit a couple of weeks back. It is now 3rd and 27. Man, gonna have to use that arm. He fires over the middle. He has a man. It's Luca Mori. How about that pickup? It's going to be first down for Country Day, facing 3rd and 27.
Well, two things there you're going to absolutely love about Brandon. One is the poise and the relaxed state he's in the pocket to make a good throw. The quick release and fire of that right hip. Boy, he drills that ball down the field right in the gut where his receiver can keep running. Luke does a great job. And from 3rd and really long to 1st and 10 near the 10-yard line.
Luke having a great game as well, as is this guy. It's Gabe up the gut, refuses to go down, and he is going to be right near that goal line, setting up, I believe, 1st and goal from about the half-yard line, Coach. It depends on where they put that sucker. Yeah, it is right down there on the line. They're on the doorstep looking to score again. Man holds it. They don't tackle him. Finally brought down, but he is across the line. Once again, touchdown, Country Day, Brandon Mann.
Well, you can see he does not get a clean snap here, so he cannot get going forward. Does a good job to first secure the football. You're going to see it's not clean. Then he gets pressure, and there's 15 again. Kendrick coming in first man, but Brandon is big and strong, and you need a host, and just not enough. He gets in that end zone. 18-0 Yellow Jackets. Going to kick this one to make it 19.
Kick is up. It is through. And it is 19-0 home team here on homecoming. You couldn't ask for a better start, Coach, here. Week 8 coming off an open week. Lots of practice on an open week. But you may be a hair rusty. They do not look like it.
Not at all. And you worry about it more in high school than you do at the upper level. The upper levels, everyone's, hey, the bye week's awesome.
Yeah,
we get a tackle back, we get a linebacker back, something. But at this level, you wonder, you've got now 10 days of practice with no game. It's a lot. But you know what? They obviously handled it very well. I bet someplace in there it wasn't always a full practice day. They did some team stuff. Great job because they came out running the ball strong in their first 2 drives. And again right there, but a big play on 3rd and 27 for a first down, set them up. And now it's 19-0 with 6:19 in the first half. Yellow Jackets on top.
Graham Doman after the extra point, now looking to boot this one away to a Loyola offense that has done some good things, but they have stalled out.
You miss that touchdown pass where your guy's wide open. Then you have a key breakdown here and there, and you end up having to punt or not get your first down. On 4th down, turn the ball over, and bing, bang, boom, it's a flip and ends up being, 12-point difference or 13-point difference because you don't score and they do. So let's see if they can string another good offensive series here together and finish a drive, get in the end zone before the half.
Big boot through the end zone. So it will be the Dogs taking over at the 20 for Shotgun Garrett. I know you like him as well, Coach. He's been a hair off today.
Well, again, you get one series or 2 series with the win, then you flip around, you're against the win. So you think you've really got to overthrow it, and if it dies a little, now the ball's 20 yards behind the receiver, and I think that's what happened on the touchdown pass. But you know what? He'll figure it out. He's a senior. He'll put it together before this game is over.
Hand to Josh Nichols, straight up the gut. He is fighting, loses his – no, he didn't lose his hat. Looked like he lost his hat there.
Almost.
But a great job by him powering his way through this wall.
Boy, all the backs in this game so far on both sides have got that explosion going north and south, and you just love to see that out of running backs. Don't go side to side. There's not many yards there. Get up in there and see what can make some good stuff happen. There it is again.
And this time he breaks
here
free,
we go.
showing off that speed. Has a man closing on him, though. It is Nichols all the way down to nearly the 3-yard line. But how about that closing speed by Luke Grove?
Boy, you just love it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Never quit. And then right there, it's absolutely exemplified by Luke. A fast runner. He comes all the way from the corner and tracks him down and sticks with it. No horse collar. Gets him around low to bring him down. You know what? You give your defense an opportunity to stop a drive here. But if I'm Loyola, I'm firing up, and I'm going to just get behind some big fellas and put one in there.
Up the gut is Kamari Wright. Going to be just short. No signal yet. He wants the touchdown, but he is going to be just short. But, hey, how about 71-yard run by Josh Nichols.
And that was a touchdown in the end. They called him in the end zone. I'm not sure if it was the influence of the Loyola offensive tackle or not, or just a late look by the ref. 6 points for Loyola. Nice job after a big-time run. Way to stuck it up in there, young man. Going strong, Kamari Wright.
That's what he does. Short yardage back. He gets that touchdown. And now it looks like they will go for two. Once again, though, set up by the Josh Nichols 71-yard run. This is exactly what Loyola needed. Down 19-0. They need to get something going here before the half.
100% dialed up. Nice job. Great offensive line opening up a hole. He exposes it with his great speed. Puts him down, 1st and goal, and on one play, Mr. Wright finishes the drive.
So it is Wright alongside the quarterback, and he doesn't look like he's going to get anything going because he is hitting the back once again, Luca Mori.
You know, week after week, we talk about these guys going both ways. One of the big advantages of it is that you're always in the game. You're always engaged. So you're making plays on offense. He was the guy in the big catch when it was 3rd down and 27 to make it 1st and goal. And there he is on defense, stopping a 2-point conversion. So we've got a 19-6 game with 5:18 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Anthony Garrett with really no chance on that one. Luke coming right at him right away. But that was exactly what the doctor ordered for the Dogs. They needed that, and they needed something quick. And we talked about how these guys have athletes. You give them a little room, they're gone. We saw it right there.
Well, and you just love to see the combination. You get your speed guy, your lightning guy flying 76 yards. Great job, set you up. Then you pound it in there with your power back. You get that score you needed. And like you said, Ryan, exactly what they needed before half. Let's see if Country Day puts something together to go, or if their defense comes up with another stop with some confidence and sets them up for another offensive series.
Josh Nichols showing why he was all city, all region in track, also in football. Another smart kid. 4.0 on the GPA for Mr. Nichols.
Hey, if you had my high school ones up together all 4 years, I'm somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think I got over the 4.17. You too, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's why I'm up here with you.
That's right.
That's exactly
they
why.
Paired us right up just well enough.
And here comes Keontae Booker to kick it into the wind. Gives it a little squib to avoid that wind. And it is taken by Gabe. But not much doing that time. Going to be brought down by a couple of guys. Jalen Wilkerson and Jaden Jackson.
Nice job on the kickoff coverage here. Great job coming down strong.
And do you think Winowich is a running back? Did you see that helmet?
You better believe it. All torn up, banging in there. Absolutely. I think he's got more white on there than gold.
I was going to say. Yeah, that's a half and half helmet right there, no doubt. Look at that sucker. He's been knocked around a couple of times.
I think he's trying to shape out Michigan there. You got the mitten at the bottom and the
I see it. I see the UP
up
up there,
top.
and here he comes. And, well, that's why that sucker has a little paint chipped off of it. He is hit right away. Great job by Damarian Caldwell.
Excellent job getting penetration here right up the field immediately, sticking that nose in there and bringing down Gabe. But still that fight.
DeMonte Andrew as well, the sophomore. We have not been able to say that very often, that they're bringing Winowich down right away. Great job that time on first down.
The best defense against a run game is penetration and a solid wall across by all your defensive linemen, and they had it that time and showed.
Here comes man on second. He hands it to Gabe. He's going to the top of your screen. He is hit but not stopped. Still on his feet. Another incredible run by the sophomore.
So upstairs they said, no, not inside. Go outside. That's where there's room. And they were right. But this right here, again, watch the pad level dip. Hips come through and explode, run through that tackle, get up the field for a first down. Boy, is he a strong runner.
Yeah, I tell you what, and that was a good job by Josh Nichols that time. Good form tackle. He just bounced right off of him.
Absolutely. A running back who can get that shoulder. It's really a tackle, but you're carrying the ball and running through it. You're not wrapping up. And that was a real good example of it right there.
So it is first down from right at midfield, the 49-yard line. Man fakes a handoff, throws it out there. Great coverage by Armon Williams.
Well, you see the flag come in there, and I was wondering if he wasn't on the back and who was going to call it. Nice little RPO here, slant to the outside, fake that run up inside, puts the ball right in his chest. I think he dives on him a little bit early with that left hand pulling around, and sure enough, that's what gets called by the line judge there who's behind the play to see it. Good call. 15-yard penalty, first down, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, couldn't see it from our angle, but seeing where the flag came from, definitely had that left arm wrapped around the hip.
You know, you can have it there if you don't turn the receiver is kind of the rule. He totally turned him around and did not give an opportunity to catch that ball.
So they pick up a couple of yards this time. Nice handoff, great vision. And Doman going to be brought down near that first down marker.
Well, and I love this. This is the buck sweep. You're going to block down. You're going to bring your two guards around play side. And does a nice job of seeing that first gap and explodes up in it. Really good first run. Sets them down. Second down, about 2.5, 3 yards to go.
Yep, across the 30. About 2 yards short. 3:45 to play before the half. DCD with a 13-point lead, and with it, here comes Doman again. And he will get the first down at about the 25.
Again, you'll see low pad level when there's going to be some contact. Keeps running strong. Right up in there, first down and 10. Good job, good old line play. Just creating little creases there guys can get through to make nice little 5, 7, 12-yard runs, and that's all you want. Being able to pound that ball and possess it.
Getting a good look at Mr. Doman there, the junior, as he heads to the sideline. Gabe Winowich back in there on 1st and 10 from the 25. Just over 3 minutes to play before the half. Man, hands to Gabe. Gabe's got room, and this is what he does. Still on his feet. They cannot stop him.
Well, I'll tell you, earlier we saw him go outside. This time he puts that left foot in the ground and gets up inside. You'll see why. Number 10 kicks the man out who's got the outside leverage. He sees that, gets up inside. Earlier, he hooked him, meaning he put him towards the inside of the offensive line, and he ran outside. Really good vision and strength. Strong run by Gabe right there.
Raylon Murray, the freshman, finally drags him down at about the 12. Clock is moving. DCD using a good chunk of this clock throughout the game with this running game. Number 2 in motion. He's been doing most of the damage. We got a fumble on the snap, and it is going to be brought in, I believe, by Loyola. Joshua Watts in there, and I think he's got it.
It is the Dogs' ball. Uh-oh. Picked that head up a little bit too early. You got to be a receiver first, and that's actually what we talk about. Get your hands like a receiver when you're in the shotgun because you got to catch it first. Good job by Loyola hustling on there. 1st and 10 going the other way with 2:36, and they've got that opportunity we talked about. Get a big play here, get a score, bring it within 6 points or 7 points going into half, and that's what they need to have happen.
Well, they finally showed it on that last possession with the explosion play. This is Wright, the bigger back, taking it, and he's got it to about the 20. Kamari Wright, the big junior, picking up a couple on 1st down.
Well, and you miss one little block in this game. It's the beauty of the game. 11 players have to be right for everyone to experience success. You just love it. One little missed block, instead of getting 10 or 12, you end up getting 2 or 3. Good example right there.
Garrett looking to throw, trying to get away, but he cannot. Brought down by Jason Abro.
Boy, nice job here. Jason comes up, and you know he's a big, strong quarterback, but if I hold on long enough, I'm going to bring him down. That's exactly what he did. Good job right here. Just hang on, young man. Good job. Good sack. Huge play for the Yellow Jackets and a really tough one on the Dogs.
And we have got a timeout with 1:50 to play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 when we return. And coming up at halftime, we will show you the highlights from Week 8 that State Champs covered last night. And we will update you also on our Mr. Football and our Anvil Award races. We'll have that and a whole lot more coming up on Game Time Live. If you're not familiar or first time checking us out, thank you. Mr. Football Award goes to what we believe is the best player in the state of Michigan, Mr. Football. And the Anvil Awards go to the best lineman or linebacker in the state. And we have got some incredible names on that list, Coach. Players going all over the state. You'll see Michigan State multiple times. You'll see Notre Dame multiple times. Central Michigan. We got some great kids on this list, and you can vote for those guys at statechampsnetwork.com. The vote belongs to you, so get out there and do it, and we'll show you the entire list. We'll have a little bit of a breakdown coming up at halftime. Hope you can stay with us through then. But we got a $1.50 to play before we get there. Loyola with it, but they are facing 3rd and 17 after the sack. Here is Garrett looking to throw, has time, has a man. It is brought in, and it is Shenard Foster, 1st down at the 30.
Again, I love that curl route. You get a flat route, takes the linebacker outside. He just runs that curl in a little window. Nice job, great shot. He's thrown that well. If I'm the coaching staff, I stay with that route, especially with what my receivers can do athletically. You break one tackle, and it's a big play.
Second time we've seen that today from Foster. This time they go on the ground, but there is nothing doing this time. Keontae Booker hit immediately.
Boy, good job by the defensive line here. Little sense of urgency, I think, needs to come here from the Bulldogs, and they're not, in such a hurry to get going. And I think with their talent, if they just pop one play, they're going. I also understand they don't want to turn the ball over deep in their end and give the Yellow Jackets the ball.
Graham Doman doing it on offense and doing it on defense with the tackle there. We are inside a minute to play. Garrett throws, has him again. That is Foster down the sideline. He gets the 1st down, gets out of bounds, so the clock does stop. Course on the 1st down. Take another look.
Well, you can see he just slides out. The number 1 receiver comes inside. He goes outside, just slides to an open area. Garrett puts in his chest. 14-yard gain, nice play. And Mr. Foster's becoming the favorite target here.
Yeah, has been the main man so far today. Could be looking that way again, but this time I believe it was knocked down. It's going to come up short of Jason Hardy.
Yeah, as Anthony goes to throw it, he gets hit by a blitzing outside linebacker. I believe that was Doman again, possibly. And he could not get a strong throw as his body was way off balance as he was being hit.
Good thing for the Dogs. That does stop the clock. So it'll be 2nd and 10, 48 seconds to play. Garrett with the quick toss this time. Gets it over to the sideline. That is Hardy. But again, he has nowhere to go. Hit almost immediately by Jason Abro.
I think we're going to get a quick timeout here. Good job getting the ball out quick here. Just go out of bounds. You're not going to get that much more yardage where being out of bounds and stopping that clock is more beneficial. But that's when young guys begin to learn. I know they're not all seniors with lots of experience, and he'll learn that as he grows.
Caleb Mathis Miller actually making the first contact. He had an interception in this game when Loyola was right down in there trying to get a touchdown. Ball was tipped by Brandon Mann, picked off by Mathis Miller. And it was a turnover for Loyola, who only has 6 points on the board. Got it on their last possession. Looking to do it one more time, but they got a long way to go. Ball on the 45, 3rd and 7. Just 40.3 seconds to work with.
And Loyola traditionally is a team that can play really fast. They go no huddle, they don't huddle up, they don't take that time, they signal it in. Sometimes, though, as a coaching staff, you say, you know what, maybe if we pop one off, then we'll start to go. Like in this position, they'll probably play a little faster because they're down the field as they put their bunch trips in the sideline.
They do have 2 timeouts left. Excuse me, 1 to go. Mr. Garrett needs a big play here. He slings it out. Quick toss to Horton.
There you go, young man.
Horton gets out of bounds.
Good job right there. Good ball in his chest. Get up the field, get what you can get. Stop the clock.
Second time we've seen that now on the drive, the quick screen. This time it works for a good gain. 1 to go. At the 49, 35 seconds to go. Shotgun, fakes it, and this time just whips it out of bounds. Good defense that time.
Absolutely.
Didn't allow him to get that quick hitter.
Great upfield penetration, caused Garrett to have to push up, and on a quick screen, when you ruin that timing, it is really tough to come back to. So wisely just threw it over the head, but now you've got 4th and 1, got to get that first down.
So you can see it there at the top of your screen, 4th and about exactly 1 yard. They have turned it over on downs earlier in this game. They keep it on the ground. First down and a bunch more. Great run there by Braylon McDonald. 23.4 seconds left on the clock. They got to get up there and snap it.
You spike it or get a play going. Let's go.
And a timeout is called instead. So Loyola on the move. They would love to put some more points on the board here in the closing seconds to get into half. Feeling a little bit better about themselves after falling behind 19-0.
Absolutely. That score brought them up very, very nicely. And they've got a good drive going here. I just, don't know if they're going to run out of time. We'll see here. But they've strung a couple drives together. They haven't finished. They threw the incomplete and then turned it over on downs on 4th down. They were down deep and ended up not getting a score. And here they are again on the plus side of the 50. This time we'll just see if the time isn't just a little bit too short for them or not. But they're looking strong. And like you said, that score was huge for them to get.
Yeah, just 23 ticks on the clock. If they do try to kick at some point, again, they will be kicking right into this wind. A strong wind here today at Country Day. Going to probably need a few more yards, though, before they think about kicking it. Kendrick Britt, the kicker. Here comes Garrett, throwing on the move. Great catch out there, but hit immediately is Hardy.
And that's why earlier, they took that timeout. You'd like to have seen him spike the ball, because I like the play call here, but he throws it into the field. Quick tackle.
And we do have another timeout on the field. Gabe Zeldes with the tackle. The ball is at about the 38-yard line. Once again, we want to remind you, hope you can stick with us through halftime as we give you the highlights that you may have missed from last night. Some great games all across the state, from up north in Traverse City all the way down to Grand Rapids and Flint and the Detroit metro area. We'll have it all for you here at halftime on the State Champs Network. And also one more look at the Mr. Football and the Anvil Awards. Some great names on there. You can vote for them All you have to do is go to statechampsnetwork.com. Vote for your guy. The top vote getter cannot be removed from the list. So get out there and vote for your guy. It will be second down, just a couple to go, but 15 seconds on the clock. Anthony Garrett with time, fires to the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete, out of the reach of Hardy.
Just a little bit high on that one. Again, he wants to throw that ball to the outside shoulder so Hardy can spin out, get out of bounds. Just a little bit twitchy on that one. Let it go a little bit too high. Had really good protection, really nice job. Back picks up a twisting end. The fence is right there. Good football play right there.
There is exactly 9.7 ticks on the clock. From the 37. Here comes shotgun. Fumble. He has to fall on it.
I think Country Day may have come up with that one.
They're saying they did. And it is. It is recovered by Country Day. So they will have the ball now at the 42-43. 4.8 seconds to work with. Once again, trouble there with the snap. And it is brought in by DCD.
Boy, on that one, I think Anthony just puts the ball in there a little bit too long. It's just going to be a play-action fake throw. And I know we're taught to keep that ball like that, but I think sometimes just the flash of the running back coming across is enough when you're going to pull it. And I think he held it in there, ended up hitting the elbow of the running back, and I think we're just going to have a knee here by Country Day. Finish out the half.
And that is the case. Knee taken by Hunter Rayuda, and that is it. So after going up 19-0, Country Day has a 19-6 lead after 2 quarters of play. We're going to send it to halftime, and we'll see you again on the other side right here on the State Champs Sports Network.
Hungry Howie's wants to thank you. Yes, you, how long can I stay on this couch guy? Super dad who prevented birthday disaster. And the late night study group that ordered 17 pizzas. Thank you to the Holy Moly Did You See That fans. And thank you, Whole Slice and One Bite Kid. Because for every pizza sold in October, we make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And together we've raised nearly $3 million just by doing what you love. Hungry? Howie's.
We view technology a little differently at Lawrence Tech's College of Architecture and Design. We believe it makes lives better, more beautiful, that it enables people to connect and empowers them to create. We see technology as a reflection of people at their best, and that it should be designed to make us more human, not less. Come redefine technology with us at LTU's College of Architecture and Design.
I'm Jason Hutton in the West Michigan area. We start in the West Michigan Conference. Big rivalry, battle for the bell. Montague at Whitehall. Both teams 6-1 first quarter. Vikings sophomore quarterback Kyle Stratton, 20 yards to the end zone. Home team had a 7-0 lead after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter, here come the defending Division VI state champions. Montague hands to senior running back Dylan Everett. Starts left, bounces right, goes 42 yards and into the end zone. This was a 7-7 game at the break. After Whitehall goes in front 14-7 early in the third, Montague answers again. Andrew Cooey to Tug Nichols, 7 yards. Game tied at 14 after 3 quarters. Looked like we were in for another great one, but the Vikings take over in the fourth. The A-Train Alec Pruitt right up the middle for a score, 21-14, and then the vaunted Whitehall defense comes up big. Braden Van Patten with the interception sets up Stratton for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. He also had 131 yards on the ground on 21 carries. Whitehall beats Montague 34-24, and the Vikings get the bell for the first time since winning the rivalry game back in 2014. Top 2 teams in the OK Gold. Grand Rapids Catholic Central defending Division V champs at Cedar Springs. Winner was going to get at least a share of the conference title. And the Redhawks came out firing. Ryan Mitchell with the TD run. Cedar had a 6-0 lead. Catholic Central down 14-7 later. It's John Passanaugh to Notre Dame commit Nolan Ziegler. This was a close game throughout. Then just before the half, Alex Ream right up the middle for the score. 28-19, Cedar at the half. Gus Kapolka is fired up. But early in the third quarter, Catholic Central goes to the flea flicker. Passanaugh going deep for Ronan Russell. Dixon takes it down into the red zone, would set up a touchdown run, make it a 28-27 game. Then Catholic Central goes in front. Passanaugh, who only had 55 yards rushing on the season coming in, goes for 67 yards on this play as the Cougars take a 33-28 lead. They'd have a 41-34 lead in the game's final minute, and Mitchell's going to score with 36 seconds left. Cedar Springs going to roll the dice and go for two and the win, and the Cougars defense steps up. Who else but Passanaugh on his defensive position making the play. Grand Rapids Catholic Central, 31 straight victories, beating Cedar Springs in a thriller, 41-40. The Cougars get at least a share of the OK Gold. Best seats in the house at Cairns Stadium belong to these ladies, sitting on a blanket in the end zone as Muskegon Catholic Central hosted Centerville. Both teams 6-1 coming in, and it's Catholic Central's Elliot Riegler finding David Hill on the 28-yard touchdown pass, 16-0 Crusaders. Here come the defending Division 8 state champs, Mason Lemmings with the short touchdown run, 2-point conversion, 16-8. Then it's Lemmings on the belly in again, falls on it in the end zone, 2-point conversion, game tied at 16. Here we go, 16 seconds to play, and Riegler's rolling out, buying some time and letting it fly. Sam Convertini was one of the most clutch catches you'll ever see over two defenders. That's the game winner. Muskegon Catholic Central down Centerville 24-16 in a thriller.
Do you know the biggest difference between a pickup game and organized high school sports? The answer is obvious. It's officials. School sports is more than just kicking a ball or running fast. They're an extension of a student's education and the classroom. An official can help teach the importance of following the rules, impartiality, and most importantly, fairness.
Captain of the football team, correct? Yes, sir. Represents leadership and sportsmanship, right? You guys set the good examples for your fellow teammates, okay? All right, we have a problem with one of your fellow teammates, we'll come and ask you to take care of the problem, okay?
But the need for officials has never been greater. There are some benefits to becoming an official, like staying in shape, staying involved in the sports you played as a young person, networking, and of course, you can earn some pretty good extra money while doing all of that. It's easy to sign up. Just go to MHSAA.com/officials and click register now. Now is a great time for you to get involved in your community and give something back to our kids. There's help wanted. We need you to whistle. For more information, visit our website at MHSAA.com.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Y'all know Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Remember that? Yes, sir. Whatever you do, you can't whip Ali. All right, tonight, that's what we gotta be. We gotta stick, and move,
Great stuff, Coach McClain. That's how you fire up the boys. The Yellow Jackets in need of a win at home. Loyola coming in at 2-0. That includes a win over East English Village Prep at the Prep Kickoff Classic. Late in the first quarter, this is the junior tailback Marvin Campbell, looking like the NFL great Earl Campbell here. Watch him weave his way up the field. Nobody is going to bring him down. 47-yard rumble and the touchdown. They went for two and got it. Bulldogs led 8-0 after the first. So already down, the Yellow Jackets special teams decided they would make a big play. Second quarter now, they're all coming. Punt is blocked. And after the scrum, Country Day would have the ball deep in Dogs' territory, 10-yard line to be exact. 3 plays later on 3rd and goal on the 2. May not be pretty, but this is pure trench work. The senior quarterback Tyler Wiegers will break the plane, and the Rutgers recruit is fired up. Country Day down a digit at 8-7. But before the end of the half, Country Day would turn it over and Loyola would capitalize. It's Campbell once again playing power football, this time from 8 yards out. Campbell had 630 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns as a sophomore. He's going to get a lot more than that this season. The Bulldogs had a 14-7 lead into the half. We go late in the 3rd. This time, Country Day taking full advantage of a Loyola miscue. It's the Boston College-bound running back Richie Wilson going in for the 5-yard touchdown. We were heading into the final stanza, tied at 14. The turnover bug hit the Jackets again, but this time it was late in the game. Loyola trying to get a score before the end of regulation. Who's gonna step up? This was 3rd and 9, and that man Campbell is on a mission. 50 yards downfield before he's finally brought down at the Country Day 11. And this is what high school football is all about. 4 seconds left. Senior QB Garrett Schaller scrambling, then firing to the senior Keith Graves in the end zone. Celebrate, boys. Loyola beats Country Day 20-14.
It's now time for the most fire segment of the show. It is time to find out what Bernie is burning on this week.
I can get fired up, but I bring the fire. I bring a flamethrower every episode. But I love talking high school football. It gets me fired up. This week, I want to talk about the marvels of the gridiron in Madison Heights. Normally, over the past decade plus, the talk of the town has always been the Madison Heights Madison Eagles, couple trips to Ford Field, gaudy records every regular season. But now, the last couple years, things are changing, the tide is turning, and now it's all about the Bishop Foley Ventures and the Lamphere Rams. Both Lamphere and Bishop Foley are 6-1, playing outstanding football. Bishop Foley, Coach Brian Barnes has his team punching a ticket to the Catholic League Finals for the first time in 16 years, looking for their first ever Catholic League crown. They're 0-3 in the finals. Hopefully this season could be the year they turn it all around and get that Catholic League championship trophy for the mantle. And they have a ton of playmakers. It all starts with the fearless field general, Dylan Goff. He is on fire this fall. His team's averaging 40 points a game. He is just, stretching the field like a true superstar, someone that is making all the throws. He's doing it with his mind. He's checking all the boxes. Everything you want in a star quarterback, you're getting from Dylan Goff. When you go to the running back position, they got Jackson Zeiter. He's the Catholic League's own version of Dylan McCaffrey. He does everything. Has already rushed for about 800 yards. He's caught about 300, 400 yards of receiving yards. Just a kid that can do everything and do it well. At a wide receiver position, you got Adam Kidder, one of the best wide receivers at the small school level in the state of Michigan. On defense, you got James Braswell, who is just a menace, sideline to sideline, big motor, big hitter, and just, good luck to Bishop Foley going for that championship. Now let's talk about Madison Heights Lamphere, a team that was really a non-factor for a long time, but their programs come roaring back, and they've done it by overcoming adversity. 3 coaches in the last 5 years. Nonetheless, 3 championships, 3 league titles in the last 5 years. This year, Ray Ostrovsky's come over from St. Clair Shores Lakeshore, where he was the DC. He's an alum of Lakeshore. He's come over, taken over for Art Masano, who retired. They were undefeated in the regular season last year. This year, they just clinched the MAC bronze last week, and they're clicking on all cylinders. Nick Kristich at quarterback, he's a 3rd-year starter. Just, you don't get more consistent, more steady in the pocket than Kristich in that league. Then you got the Latin lightning bolt at running back. Nico Hernandez, he is lightning in a bottle. 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns last season. This year, he's on the verge of going over 1,000. I think he needs 50 50 yards in week 8. He'll go over 1,000. He already has 14 touchdowns. Throwing the ball to Aiden Robinette and Samaj Ramsey. Ramsey is a basketball star that already has a couple Division I offers. He's breaking out as a wide receiver this year. Aiden Robinette has been the big play receiver for Christich. Tristan Gist doing it on both sides of the ball as a tight end. He's catching touchdown passes. I think he's got 5. And then as an outside linebacker, he has 5 pick sixes. So they're being a very opportunistic defense led by Gist. So Lamphere playing some great football under Coach Ostrowski. It's, everything's coming up roses in Madison Heights with football when it comes to Lamphere and the Ventures. They've already raised 2 banners. There could be more banners coming down the pike in the next couple weeks.
The Latin Lightning Bolt.
The Latin Lightning Bolt. Nico Hernandez. This guy's got moves. He's, he can run for power. He can run for speed. He makes it around the edge, can beat guys to the corner. Nico Hernandez is he's got my heart, man.
I don't know if there's anything more fire than the Latin Lightning Bolt.
I'm Candace Burns, and with me now I have Marco Matovsky. He's actually on the LTU soccer team. He's our starting goalie until he got injured, and now he's been called in to be one of the kickers for Lawrence Tech football. Tell me a little bit about what you do for the team.
I specialize in range and kickoff, and I feel like I bring a couple aspects to the game that maybe we didn't have before, and I'm just excited to get to it. It's been a couple years since I played, and I'm just ready to play.
Right, so Marco, you're a dual athlete on 2 teams that are doing really well right now. How are you keeping up with it?
It's definitely hard to cope with, but I got to bring my 100% to both practices because nothing outweighs the other, and I'm blessed that my soccer coach gave me the opportunity and the football coach gave me the opportunity to play both sports. I was honestly sleeping one day, and our coach texted in the group chat saying they need a backup kicker, and I haven't played the sport in a long time, and I want to really get back out here and do what I love again.
It'll be Marco Matovsky for his first field goal attempt of the season. It'll be 35 yards from the far hash mark with the wind at his back and the goalpost to our left. The Trojans almost got there for the block, but Matovsky slices it through from 35 yards, and it's a 31-3. Lawrence Tech lead with 10:41 remaining here in the 4th.
Take your future into your hands. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
What's up, Michigan? I'm Ryan Slocum, and it is time to talk state champs, Mr. Football 2021, presented by Hungry Howie's. Please support Hungry Howie's all October long in their Love, Hope, and Pizza campaign. Every pizza sold in the pink box sees Hungry Howie's make a contribution to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. As always, we are joined by Sean Belizean. Shawnee, just a couple of weeks away from the playoffs now.
Yeah, man, we have seen some exciting action the past couple of weeks. I thought last weekend was just epic. We were talking off camera, some great games to come, and we're talking about a pretty explosive player having a monster year. How about Tyrell Henry? Check this out. Their offense right now is averaging about 53 points a game. A big reason for the success offensively is the above-aforementioned Tyrell Henry. This guy's getting it done in the passing game, and he has been, in a word, electrifying in the return game. Punt returns, kickoff returns, he's doing it all. The senior will be taking his talents to East Lansing as part of Mel Tucker's recruiting class, and I'll tell you what, a lot to be done before he heads up to East Lansing.
No question about it. Thanks for the breakdown. Remember, you can cast your vote by going to statechampsnetwork.com. Whoever is leading the online vote can never be removed from that top 10. For Sean, I am Ryan, and we will be back here again next week with another update in the Mr. Football Award presented by Hungry Howie's.
Hey everyone, I'm Jenna Rose with an exciting announcement. State Champs and our parent company, Yellow Flag Productions, are launching a platform that fills a gap in the high school sports coverage and recruiting process. Introducing SCW State Champs Women, the high school sports and recruiting platform designed for the female athlete. While long overdue, women's sports are finally beginning to gain the attention they have always deserved. One example is the 2021 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. Ratings were at the highest level in over 7 years. And for the first time, all of the tournament's games were televised nationally. Over the past 20 years, State Champs has always made it a core part of its mission to highlight the achievements of Michigan high school girls teams and student athletes. As we begin our 4th year covering the state of Indiana and our 2nd in the state of Ohio, State Champs is the only outlet that consistently showcases female sports all school year long. Did you know that roughly 84% of sports fans claim to be equally interested in watching women's sports? Half of these fans being females themselves. Our viewership numbers prove that. As we dive into this exciting endeavor, SCW is committed to showcasing female high school sports in the tri-state area. While a dedicated offshoot of the State Champs Network website is being developed, the SCW social media channels will soon start filling up with a variety of high school girls sports content. We invite you to follow, like, and subscribe to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube channels. We also want to connect with you on the kind of content you'd like to see presented on SCW, so let us know. State Champs is once again changing the game. State Champs W is here to stay. Enjoy.
State Champs Michigan Extra Point is where high school football fans go to get their news. Premiering Thursdays on the State Champs app and across the network, Extra Point features highlights, analysis, great interviews, and more. Don't forget to listen to the companion audio podcast on Spreaker or wherever you get your podcast.
Welcome back inside the State Champs Network studios for another discussion on this year's Anvil Award presented by Hungry Howies. And we want to shout out to Hungry Howies for all the work they have done fighting breast cancer through their Love, Hope, and Pizza campaign all October long. Every pizza sold in this pink box sees Hungry Howies make a contribution to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Doing good, never tasted better. Sean Belizean knows all about that, don't you? That Cajun crust is right up your alley.
Listen, put it all over the pizza. Thank me later. But you ask for the Cajun crust and then ask nicely, put it all over the pizza. It's great. Now, Ryan, it's great to be with you. I've never done this Anvil thing, so let's go. I'm excited to do this.
Yeah, let's do it. We will update you on who is leading that online vote for the Anvil Award. Currently, it is Notre Dame commit Josh Burnham from Traverse City Central. He has over 4,700 votes. And Sean, with our criteria, whoever wins that online vote is automatically has a spot in our Final Four.
Well, and that's why we tell people all the time, Ryan, get out there and vote. You can make it happen for our Player of the Year competitions. We always say, you have the control. If you go out there and you vote like our friends up north have had, you can get your guy in top and he never comes out. Online leader stays on the list to the very end.
Yep, and let's tell you about the other guys on the list. Jordan Cannon from Orchard Lake St. Mary's in second place. He has over 3,800 votes. You can go online today, statechampsnetwork.com. You can vote for anyone in our top 10, and we will see you next week right here with another Anvil Award update presented by Hungry Howies. Welcome back to Game Time Live here on the State Champs Sports Network. Thank you for being with us here at Detroit Country Day High School, where the Yellow Jackets have a 19-6 lead at halftime over Detroit Loyola. They jumped out 19-0. Coach Pop, Ryan Slocum here, and Coach, what do you think about that first half? A nice comeback by Loyola, but the offense has stalled a little bit when they get in position to put one in the end zone.
Yeah, you have a team coming off a bye week in Country Day, and you wonder how are they going to react to that. And they did very well in the run game and had a couple of early scores. And then get up 19-0. Big run play out of Loyola, which you expect out of their great athletes. Pound one in, keep it at 19-6. But as you mentioned, 2 drives thwarted on downs, and that's a tough one because they were deep in territory for scoring potential and just couldn't put it over the line.
Yeah, nice wind coming from the left to right on your TV screen today, so we have gotten a heavy dose of the run game. It started with Country Day getting the ball first, and it was Gabe Winowich all over that first possession. Finally capped touchdown by Graham Doman to take a 6-0 lead. Interception, Country Day, Caleb Mathis Miller right there down on the doorstep. Loyola was. Instead, they turn it over, and once again, Country Day coming down, putting it in the end zone again to take a 12-0 lead, and then 19-0. Man, Luke Amari with the touchdown, and Nichols was the one that went 71 yards for Loyola, finally getting something going all the way down to the 3-yard line. Right then finds the paint, and that is what got the Bulldogs on the board, and that is where we sit right now, 19-6. The Yellow Jackets with the lead here on homecoming, week number 8. The defending champs on top. Coach out of Country Day, can't say enough about what Winowich has done.
Boy, I'll tell you what a strong runner and great vision. You know, a lot of times we look at that big-time speed guy as a game breaker or this. He's just able to pound that ball, gets great pad level on contact. He's delivering blows and running through tackles. He's that 6, 7, 14, 12, 6, 7, 14, 12 back you love to have, and obviously has a great feel for the game. If you recall in the early drive, he caught a screen pass on 4th and 12 and went 16 yards and put him inside the 5-yard line for a score, which I believe was the one capped off by Doman. So, you know, he's got a great feel for the game. You love to have that, especially since that's exactly what they need to do. Keep an explosive offense in Loyola on the sideline because it's really difficult to have your great receivers scoring if they're on the sideline.
Yeah, and the real big play for Country Day on the man touchdown to make it 19-0. A 3rd and 27 pass to Luke Amori over the middle, and he took it down inside the 10 to break this thing open to a 2-score game. And it will be Country Day. They are in the blue, kicking it away. Doman doing the kicking. He can put it through the end zone as he did the last time out. Loyola in white with the blue helmets, and the kick is away, as is the third quarter. And once again, through the back of the end zone, so Loyola will take over, trying to get something going from the 20-yard line.
They need to put something together here early. They had that big drive which got them the 6 points, brought it to 19-6. You could see the confidence level rise. They put one in here, and we've got us a heck of a good ball game. I hope they put something together. On the other side, hey, let's keep them down. We do not need to get those great athletes confidence. Keep them down, keep control with a good defensive line, linebacker support play, and then get back to running the football. We'll see how that transpires.
Loyola has turned it over on downs twice in DCD territory. And again, that interception was down in the red zone. So they have moved the ball. They've just not been able to finish. Let's see what they've got here. Throwing on first, tipped and picked off. It is Luke Amori. Still on his feet, steps out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. But on the first play from scrimmage, DCD's defense coming up huge. Ball tipped and picked.
Boy, it's a great job by the defensive end, Caleb Mathis Miller. Just kind of hanging out, realizing it ends up being a fake run or RPO, run-pass option. And you can see that the quarterback, Garrett, pulls it. He's going to throw it. He tips it, and that's the toughest ball in the world as an offense, is a tipped one. And sure enough, it's up in the air into the defense's hands.
Luke Amori has been all over the field today. Another huge play for him.
Change at quarterback here. We didn't see Brandon get hurt or anything. I wonder on that fumble if he didn't end up getting hurt. 14, Hunter Reuda is in the game now.
Reuda has it, and he is hit pretty quickly by DeMonte Andrew.
We'll try and find out some information if at all possible. But they bring him in here, and he's going to just little fake jet, little Q power. Slipped off the block. Defense, nice job right there getting on that tackle for a short gain.
Yeah, nice block, but nobody stopped the big sophomore. And here comes Gabe. Going to pick up a couple. He is down to about the 15-yard line.
And, of course, nothing better for a backup quarterback than a great run game. And they've got one going here. Makes it very manageable. Looks at 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 at the 15. The yard to get is the 10. Country Day back in business after the first play from scrimmage here in the second half. Handoff goes to Gabe. No room to rumble, though. He is brought down. That is Josh Nichols getting in there with a couple other of his friends, and that'll bring up 4th down. Also, Mike Williams.
Really good job by Williams knifing in there, getting some early penetration and hit, making it about 4th and 3, and it's a long 3.
It
See
is
what Country decides here.
Yeah, it is a long 3, and it looks like they are going to go for it. Not going to kick with the wind at their back. That is Gabe Winowich, who's had an awesome game at tailback there, number 2, alongside the quarterback, Hunter Reuda. Man in motion. It goes to Gabe right up the middle, and he is stopped. Incredible tackle there by Josh Watts.
Great defensive stand here. Exactly what they needed. They could not afford to go down 3 scores. Instead, they turned that interception into a turnover on downs. Phenomenal job by the Dogs there, and they'll go back on the offensive side of the ball.
So as we said, we'll try to get some information for you on why the senior QB, Brandon Mann, is not in the game, but here comes Loyola. Handoff is to Anton Davis. Excuse me, that is Nichols getting the ball.
Again, we talk about those two-way players always being engaged. Had that long run earlier. Good hustle play right there. Dolman on the tackle. Plays a heck of a good linebacker position, getting inside little windows to make tackles.
So it'll be 2nd and 8. Once again, Nichols trying to get to the outside. Nowhere to go. He is launched out of bounds by a bunch of Yellow Jackets.
Boy, I'd like to see him carry this ball a little tighter to his chest. He's going to switch it to a hand and just literally keep it out there the rest of this play. Very fortunate he did not get that hit on that tackle.
Yeah, holding it like a loaf of bread out there, trying to keep it away from everybody instead of tucking it in. He did hang on to it to his credit, but he is shoved out of bounds, bringing up 3rd and 5. Keontae Booker now in the backfield alongside Garrett. Garrett will throw, steps up, pointing his man out. It is tipped and picked off again. This time grabbing the ball. Incredible interception there. Again tipped. And number 5 is sitting on the ground, and the ball just comes right to him.
I'll just squat right here and get a interception. Unfortunately, we do not have his name on the roster. We apologize for that. But a nice play, again, on the defense, turning the ball back over on the positive side of the 50, right around the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
So a pair of interceptions on the first 2 possessions. We told you they were moving the ball pretty well in the first half. Not so well here in the 3rd quarter. This is Gabe. Nice gain across the 30 to the 29, setting up 2nd and short.
Love 2nd and short as an offensive coordinator. Again, just being patient, and then once he decides to go, he puts the foot in the ground, gets up the field. Again, very, very smart runner. Boy, 2nd and 3 is a great position to be playing from.
Josh Nichols making the tackle. We've told you about him. He's got about 10 offers, 6 Division I offers, including University of Michigan. He has been offered a chance to play. And this ball is going to be taken by Gabe close to the 1st down marker.
So it's that beauty of second and very short. Couple of runs, you're thinking you're going to get it for sure. You know, they might be just a little short here, but certainly on third and this short, you're thinking you're getting this first down with less than a yard to go.
It is less than a yard to go for the backup quarterback, Hunter Rayota. He's got Gabe Winowich standing next to him. The talented sophomore has been doing it all today. Man in motion, they go to Gabe. Straight up the gut, he's got the first down. Ball hits the ground, but I do believe, yep, you could see the referee pointing. He was down. So a new set of downs for the Jackets.
Boy, it's hard to believe he's a sophomore when you watch him run. He just has such good vision and patience. He knows the game so well. Really nice job here just securing the first down, and clearly he's down before that ball comes out. So we got 1st and 10, about the 23-yard line for the Yellow Jackets, moving again.
Gabe Winowich standing next to Rayota. Close to the red zone. And in a little RPO, this time the quarterback keeps it, maybe a pickup of 1.
This is a really good read here. They got Nichols on a blitz who ends up getting from behind. Makes the tackle on that one. Nice job on the defensive end. And again, engaged both on the offensive side of the ball as a running back and defense either as an outside linebacker and sometimes defensive back.
Another short field, which I know as a coach, Rich, that you got to love that. When you got the backup QB in there especially.
Little slide there by the H-back.
Looks like he's going to throw for the first time. He decides to keep it. He is hit and brought down. Josh Watts, the junior, getting it done. Little pushing and shoving in there afterward, but they get that cleaned up.
Kind of reminds me of hockey when someone hits the goalie. Hey, get off my quarterback here. Get off that guy. Get off that guy.
Well,
Hunter does a good job here, actually, of not throwing this pass. His flat route was clearly covered, and I know he took a loss, but it's much better than throwing the ball back to Loyola. So really smart decision right there.
Absolutely. Going to bring up second down and long. But as you said, you'd rather have that than giving the ball away. You talk about hockey. How about the other night? The little Dylan Larkin there.
I'll tell you.
Although he got up and did his own action.
Absolutely.
Cost him a game.
Yeah.
But you don't see him go after the star or the captain very often. Same thing here with the quarterback.
That's right. Stay off our guy because he's our guy, and that's the way. That's the unwritten rule in the physical sports.
So it will be second and long. Need to get to the 18-yard line, but we got a fumble in the backfield. Hunter has to fall on it, so the Jackets will lose a few more yards. They are now back to the 40.
Lets this snap go just a little bit too late, meaning he should have called it earlier because the running back got far too close to him, and then they end up having a issue catching the football. It's going to be third and very long now for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Zeldez was right there, and he was so close. Maybe I should just grab this thing myself as he was in motion.
It's a good call. He probably actually had thoughts. You could kind of see him pull up and not do that.
So here it is. They go with the sure back to the top side of your screen. Number 2, Gabe Winowich is brought down.
You know, we have an interesting situation. I think the Yellow Jackets are going to go for a punt here, as you see Gabe trying to get outside, follow the big fellas, and does a good job getting what he can get. But Brandon is also the punter, and we're going to see Mr. Doman come in, who does the kickoff duties, now come in and punt for Country Day.
There he is, number 32, Graham Doman, back to kick it. On 4th and 21, he gets it up. Good kick. And it is going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line by the Jackets. Loyola will have a long way to go after throwing a couple of interceptions on their first 2 possessions here in the second half. We do have an update on Brandon Mann, the senior quarterback for Country Day. He has an upper body injury, speaking of hockey, and he is out for the game.
Yeah, I thought I saw him go down funny, but he got back up. I didn't think anything of it. You could see him holding something, possibly a hand, an arm, and, upper body. I'd hate to speculate, but hopefully he's okay. They're just being cautious, as they should be.
So on first down, Garrett throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. Armand Williams, the intended receiver. Good defense out there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, Luke Grove, again, one of the players who's been all over the place on both sides of the ball. Does a nice job here. Little trail action, but he just rips the arms down. You see, he doesn't go for the ball. He rips the arms down, which is going to ensure an incompletion. Great job right there. Textbook technique play.
And great timing as well. Didn't get in there too early. Waited till the receiver had his hands on it. They keep it on the ground this time. But again, not much of a gain on second down.
Yeah, they're going to hand it off inside here. They're going to insert their H-back, try and get the extra blocker. But a good collapse on the defensive left side of the line there. Holds them short for a short gain. Now it's going to be 3rd and 9, deep in their own end. Let's see if they can come up and rip off a first down here.
Braylon McDonald nowhere to go that time. 3rd and long. 4 and 15 to play in this third quarter. Garrett will throw. Steps up. No, he's going to keep it himself. Smart decision. Gets the first down across the 25 and gets out of bounds.
I knew he moved very, very well. There were a couple throws he tried to force down the field early in the game where maybe this would have been the decision. And as I said, the senior made the adjustment. That's a big first down pickup for the Bulldogs right there.
Absolutely. First time we've seen him tuck it and run today. Great job by him. This time, up the gut, but nowhere to go is Mr. McDonald, another talented senior with all sorts of schools looking at him. We told you earlier about the Ivy Leagues, but that is not all. Central and Eastern in on this kid. Made a visit to Michigan State last week.
He's going to have some decisions to make, that young man. That's a good place to be.
He's hoping to be in the end zone in a couple of minutes here. How about that? Big hit in the back, but it's Garrett keeping it himself again. It worked last time, not so well this time.
Very good defensive discipline here. You want the right side of the line on this position to take care of that running back. And, of course, you get a knifing tackle. He did a great job. But they stay home when the ball goes away just in case there's a bootleg, a reverse, or, in this case, QB pulls it and runs that way. And 8, Luke Amori does a great job right there, staying home, securing the tackle, brings up 3rd and 9 again. And again, the Bulldogs need a big play on 3rd down.
And a great job by Garrett. He saw that his back was going to get licked pretty good. Brought that sucker back at the very last moment. Did only pick up a yard, but that would have been a big loss had he not pulled that ball back.
So in the offensive scheme of things, instead of losing 5, you gain 1, you're a +6. End of story on a great read by the quarterback there. So great point, Ryan. And that becomes a +6 play for the offense.
3:30 to go here in the third. Loyola has not been able to move it so far in this quarter. They need 9 to get the first. Garrett throws deep, has a man, but it is off the hands of Jason Hardy, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And again, and we're sorry to say we do not have the name of number 5 for Country Day, but he does a nice job of staying disciplined in position. He ends up batting that ball away, so he doesn't get the offensive player does not get a second chance at catching that.
So they will have to kick it away. The punter is Deani Horton, the senior, back at his own 13-yard line on 4th and 9. Country Day up 13, about to get the ball back.
Playing strong defense. 2 interceptions on the first 2 drives. Now a 3rd down and long stop, forcing a punt. Got it, poison. Everybody get away. They're going to get the ball at the 50-yard line again. And as you mentioned, this will be their 3rd drive at or inside the 50 this half. They've got to put something together here.
And I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a punt to get it that far. With this wind blowing the way it is, straight at you from the left end zone to the right. To get that ball up in the air to the 50 was pretty darn good job.
Absolutely, and 0 return, which is a benefit. 0 return's always a benefit. Good job there by Keontae.
Well, State Champs is located on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. They offer over 20 varsity sports, including football. You can recruit yourself. Go to ltuathletics.com. So for the third time, the backup quarterback, Hunter Rayota, he's keeping it himself, and he is going to be ripped down. The ball does come out. Chris Frazier, the one doing the tackling. Great job getting in there. And, Coach, you probably want to see a little bit more of this with the backup in there. Come after him.
Yeah, I just think give the ball to your running back. It's very fortunate he did not get this fumble called. He was clearly down, but that could have been a little scoop and score, which Loyola would certainly love at this point in time. But I think we give that football. I know he's reading the first pulling defender coming behind the guard as he's pulling in his hip pocket, but he's got to give that football to his good running back.
Graham Doman, number 32. He's got the ball. Coming around the left side, but he has got nowhere to go. Tripped up by Brandon Grimes.
Boy, I really like how this Loyola defense is coming out. Both defenses so far in the second half have been very, very strong. That's a really good tackle. He's down on the ground and ends up making that tackle for a short gain. Good job.
First time we've called the senior's name today. Excellent tackle. Setting up 3rd and 11. 2 minutes to play here in the third. Detroit Country Day had a 19-6 lead at the half. They still have a 19-6 lead. Working with the backup quarterback. This is Doman fighting his way near the first down marker, but he is going to be at least a yard short. So let's see what the Jackets decide to do. They kicked it away last time from around this spot.
I think they're going to go for this one. Keeping the QB in there, and I see Doman came off the sideline, who is their punter.
Yep, that is what it looks like. Trying to make something happen here.
See if they get try and get that on two or freeze call here again. Try and get him to jump.
And they did get motion up on the left side.
I think that is the H-back leaning forward. And it's going to be a penalty against the Yellow Jackets here.
And you can see Loyola's fired up. They need to get something moving, but the defense is feeling pretty good about themselves. Kendrick Britt, number 15, throwing his arms in the air, trying to get his sideline excited. Doman is now back out on the field. There you see him. And he will have to kick it away after the penalty.
And kudos to the defensive line at Loyola. That's the third time the Yellow Jackets have tried to pull them offside, and the third time the Yellow Jackets have jumped.
Kick is away. It is a good one. And it goes out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Great kick by Doman. He's got a leg. He's putting these suckers through the end zone on the kickoffs. And how about that punt right there inside the 5?
I was going to mention in the first one, he looks like those pros who checked that thing up on the 7, 8 yard line. He kicked it to the 10. It checked right up. This one rolls out. It looks like he's going to be at the 5-yard line. Holy smokes, he's obviously done his practice, and that does a great job of setting up the defense in a good position to turn that ball over again if they get a stop here on the positive half of the field. And Loyola's thinking the other one, hey, let's go 95 and get a score and make this a one-score game.
But they have struggled from deep in their own territory so far in this quarter. Couple of picks. They've got to go 95 yards this time. Handoff is going to be right, I believe.
Just trying to power it up in there and get some positive yards, get away from get the quarterback out of the end zone receiving the snap. And you're right got up in there pretty strong. But again, both defenses really putting on a show here in the second half so far.
We're inside 30 seconds. I believe we will get a playoff, though, before the end of the third. We will. Anthony Garrett. Hands to right. Up the middle. Nowhere to go again. This time, Jason Abro gets in there to stuff him.
And again, you'll watch the defensive line just stays home. They're not running all over the place. They stay in their gap, do a good job. They force the runner back to the guys who are staying in their gap, and they're right there to make those tackles. It's exactly what you want as a defense.
After 3, no change on the scoreboard. Country Day leads Detroit Loyola 19-6 heading into the final 12 minutes. We'll see you again right after this.
Hungry Howie's wants to thank you. Hungry Howie's wants to thank you. Yes, you, how long can I stay on this couch guy? Super dad who prevented birthday disaster. And the late night study group that ordered 17 pizzas. Thank you to the Holy Moly Did You See That fans. And thank you, Whole Slice and One Bite Kid. Because for every pizza sold in October, we make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And together we've raised nearly $3 million just by doing what you love. Hungry? Howie's.
We view technology a little differently at Lawrence Tech's College of Architecture and Design. We believe it makes lives better, more beautiful, that it enables people to connect and empowers them to create. We see technology as a reflection of people at their best, and that it should be designed to make us more human, not less. Come redefine technology with us at LTU's College of Architecture and Design.
Welcome back to Game Time Live. We are at Detroit Country Day taking on Loyola. It's the Bulldogs with it as we begin the 4th. Handoff goes to right. Good fight there, Coach, on 3rd down and 4.
Well, I think he got the first down, too. Really nice job. That orbit motion ends up pulling out that end a little bit far. Then they bring up the H-back up in the hole. Wright makes a good job getting that first down. They really needed that in this drive. Nice job.
Absolutely. This drive started at their own 5-yard line, trying to get back in this thing. They don't have a lot of time to do it. Down 2 scores, needing to go 95 on this drive. The wind is at their back, and that'll help that guy right there, Anthony Garrett. And he is throwing. Man coming after him, though, is Doman, and Doman gets to him in the paint. That is going to be a safety for Country Day.
Well, I'll tell you what, they done a great job of getting interior pressure. Nice blitz call here. Ends up bringing Mr. Garrett back and back and back. And he just falls into the end zone and just too much around him. He's going to try and flick it, but realizes it's a lineman. He can't do it. 2 points, and then a short kickoff from the 20 coming here from Loyola to Country Day.
Winovich in there as well, but a great job by a guy who has been all over the field in Doman, and that was a 16-yard loss as well. That ball was at the 16.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. Garrett's got to do a much better job of either getting rid of that football someplace or realizing I just can't keep retreating, just go down someplace for the sack, but at least it's not going to be a safety because that's a long way. I am just sure he lost where he was on the field. That's a tough one.
You got to like what the Detroit Country Day defense has done here in the second half. They're really getting after the quarterback, knocking balls down. We've had 2 interceptions on tipped balls. Now, they haven't been able to find the paint, but that defense has done a great job, as you just saw right there, extending this lead to now 15 points at 21-6.
Yeah, that's a tough one there in terms of scoring, and great job again. We mentioned both defenses playing very, very well. The difference has been Loyola started deep in their end zone area every time.
So you got to kick the ball from the 20 on the safety. And it will be Keontae Booker. Great return man. Had a punt and a kick. Returned for touchdowns last week. This time he's doing the kicking. And it is a good one over the head of the Yellow Jackets. And the ball is picked up at the 20. and that is where he is going to be brought down. Luke Grove had nowhere to go.
And Keontae, the kicker, kicks it and makes the tackle.
How's
Holy
that for
smoke,
speed?
I'm telling you right now, and it's kind of like the guy who shoots the ball in basketball. He knows where the ball's going. He knows where he kicked it.
That's right. No doubt. Follow your own shot, as they call it. Here we go, the Mr. Football Top 10, Hungry Howie's. Great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. You can vote for your candidates at statechampsnetwork.com. And while you're surfing the web and get done voting, order the best flavored crust pizza anywhere on earth at hungryhowies.com. So it is 1st and 10 for the Jackets from their own 22. Handoff goes straight up the gut. That is Gabe Winowich picking up a nice one on first down, as he seemed to do all day.
Nice job. Again, insertion there by an H-back, number 8, who, again, is one of those players who's all over the place. Luke Amari doing stuff. Nice block. And then, again, Winowich picking up the defender with his pads and driving him as if he's tackling him. Really a strong runner. Knows how to lower the pad level and get through people.
So it is 2nd and short. Handoff again to Winowich. He has got the first down and a bunch more. Almost, I believe he did cross the 40-yard line to the 41. If you're just joining us and you're wondering, hey, where's Brandon Mann? Where's the guy that just committed to Kent State this week? Well, he is out with an upper body injury, suffered right at the end of the first half, Coach. And now we have Hunter Rayota, the junior, is now at QB number 14.
He's got something going here, a couple of good runs. Really good kickoff there by Loyola. Stop. A couple first downs now, and they're moving again like they did early in the game with the run game.
Hunter keeps it himself, but he is brought down right away. Great job by Josh Nichols.
And what he's doing is he is looking at one of the defensive players. It could be a defensive tackle or a defensive end. And if he goes wide with the running back, he keeps it. And in this case, and both times he's done that, he's been tracked down from behind by a great job. Nichols really knifes in and then plays flat instead of running up the field, and makes 2 very good plays this half on the quarterback keep.
Good look there at the quarterback. Coach, tell me what you're telling a backup quarterback in this situation as he gets inserted in this game.
Secure the football, son. We're winning. Secure the football. That's what they're telling him, and so far, so good.
Sound advice. Once again, hit immediately. Demarion Caldwell in there to make the tackle.
They bring Doman in here, who's a little bit more of the power back, but does have some good burst. And again, the Loyola defense is doing such a good job because they're not running straight up the field. They're getting about a yard in the backfield and then playing flat, which means just behind the offensive line of scrimmage, and they're making those tackles for short gains. We did not see that in the early parts of the first half where they were getting up the field and then kicked out by blockers. So an excellent job of making sure they make that modification at halftime.
Loyola has only been giving up 17 points a game. Country Day already with 21 here in the 4th. Rayota gonna let it fly. He drops it off to his back, who picks up the first down and a little bit more. That is Gabe Zeldez.
And again, if you're going to do a nice little throw at the QB, hey, something open in the flat, drive some receivers off. You can see there's nobody around him. Huge confidence boost, not just for Hunter, but for the whole offense, knowing they can do that. Little dink and dunk here and there brings great confidence.
Clock is running, 8:15 to play in this game. Country Day on the move with the backup QB, up 2 scores and with it at the 45 of Detroit Loyola.
Doing a great job of continuously keeping that clock running with the run game, short pass completions, and first downs.
Hunter hands it off to Dolman. He's got some room to work. Great job again on first down, picking up 7 or 8 nearly every single time.
And you'll see on this one, the quarterback doesn't read. It's going to be a straight give because he knows that defensive backside pressure's coming. Big play on first down for the Yellow Jackets, setting them up at second. and short, 4 yards to go.
The Northwood commit, Jason Hardy, in there with the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 3. The line to get just short of that 35. This is Gabe. He's got it and a lot more. Brushes off a tackler as he's done all day. Finally brought down after a big pickup. And once again, Country Day in business, back in the red zone.
And again, so you're going to stay away from that backside pressure. You're going to get up and out. Love the fact that he gets up the field first, then gets to the outside. He's trying to stay in bounds like crazy in here. What a smart football player. But then he got to expose the open area, ends up getting tackled out of bounds with 7:05 in the fourth quarter.
Just a sophomore. This kid's got a bright future ahead of him, I'll tell you what.
I would venture to say somewhere down the line he's the older brothers or dads a dad who coached or somebody, because he is a very intelligent football player.
Handoff up the middle. Great cut by Doman. He's inside the 5. Country Day looking to put this one out of reach.
Well, and again, you're looking at a situation. They're outside, they're inside, they're outside. You get the defense a little bit on their heels, but the O-line is doing a phenomenal job of maintaining blocks. And all that means is just staying in front of the defender between him and the runner. And the runner makes you right on your block by picking the right direction. And both Gabe and Dolman do a great job of that.
There you see it, first down, goal to go from the 4-yard line.
And now huddling, no hurry here. As earlier they were no huddling, trying to run it at him. They're going to take as much time off the clock as possible, stick this one in here, and they're thinking seal the deal.
Handoff goes to the outside. It is Doman. He's into the crib. Touchdown, Country Day.
And again, you see the inside run, outside, outside, inside, and then back to the outside. Really good vision. Just read your blocks. We're going to seal the outside with the trips. Good job there, 11, maintaining it, and a good read, not holding. Touchdown for Doman, number 2.
Yeah, Jacob Morey there, number 11, as you mentioned, with the nice block. And how about that? Hunter in there giving his guy a big hug. How about him on this possession, Coach? The backup Q coming in, as you said, not making mistakes and leading them down the field.
And the coach just tells him, secure the ball. We're fine. Our defense is playing great. We got a lead. Secure the ball. He makes a nice short pass, you remember earlier in the drive here, to get a first down on 3rd and 7. And ends up keeping the drive alive. Boom, touchdown, Country Day. Now it's 27-6 in a very, very tough uphill battle.
Yeah,
the
Dogs. kick there was wide right, so it is 27-6. A 3-touchdown game nonetheless with 6:30 to play. Once again, Loyola needs some huge explosion play as they got toward the end of the last half. When Nichols went 71 yards down to the doorstep, they're going to need a couple of those right now.
Well, and again, to the defense of Country Day, they've allowed one explosive play. And if you could have gone to Coach McLean and say, look, they get one big play and that's it for the game, will you take it? He'll say, heck yes, every single time. Because they're not a 85-yard, 90-yard drive type of team. They're explosive, chunks of 50, 60, 70, kick returns, punt returns. They've not got that today, and that's probably going to end up being, what ends up being possibly a loss here today.
Yeah, Doman with his 2nd touchdown today. He has been everywhere on both sides of the ball. Great job on the ground as well. And here he is again with his foot in all 3 phases.
And he's got a big one. As showed earlier, putting the ball out of the end zone. Going against the wind, though, just going to hit a little squib. Good recovery by Loyola there.
Yep, great job there to bring that sucker in. Tyree Cobb, the senior, just falls on it.
Yeah, you don't have an opportunity to really pick that up and go anywhere. Just fall on it, make sure we secure it, give our offense the ball, and see if we can't get a score.
Well, they are loving homecoming here at Country Day. Their team looking to improve to 5-2 on the year, the defending state champions. A little windy, but a beautiful day here on homecoming. Lots of families. Seen a few dogs running around out here.
That's right.
Everybody's having a great time. And it's even better with that score looking the way it is right now. On first down, couple of yards gained. Well, there you go. He is fired up. How about that tackle by Cole Wilhelmi?
We talked to Grandma, if you remember, early today before we came up here, and she was telling us Cole's going to go to Grand Valley, be a Laker. He's going to play baseball over there, but obviously has some football prowess as well. Nice job. And again, just as Loyola was doing that, backside player playing flat instead of running upfield ends up making a tackle for a very short game. Nice job there, Cole.
Yeah, great tradition in that family. Going to Grand Valley, playing some ball over there, some football, baseball as well. On second down, slings it out. Big tackle on Braylon McDonald, but he was absolutely met by a bunch of dudes. Jamal Newberry in there.
And Caleb Mathis Miller does a nice job running. So this is the difference. You have one side, the offensive line maintaining blocks, and in this case, Loyola not, and the guy gets tackled instead of being a big play, ends up not being such a big play. Nice job by the defense.
Yeah, Jason Abro as well, putting the sandwich job on him, setting up 3rd and 6. 5:10 to play. Garrett fires to the sideline. He's got his main man. That connection has been there all day with Shenard Foster, and it was again.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they haven't gone to him more. He has been the guy, big time on the curls, a couple times on just a little flat route. This time again on that curl off of the RPO action.
Coach Avant Mitchell, going to love him at Lawrence Tech, showing what he's made of. Number 11 there, you see coming off the field. He has been the main target for the Dogs today. It is first down on the 49, but the clock is now at 4:35. Garrett over the middle, ball in and out of the hands of Keontae Booker.
Probably just a little bit too hot on that pass. I know Garrett would like that back, just take a little bit off, making it a more catchable ball. That said, it hits the receiver's hands. We got to catch that and secure it. Tough one on that one.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those today. Just enough to not be there.
And disrupt the timing of a passing game, and it's really hard to be proficient.
Hardy's in motion. They go to him. He picks up about 7 or 8.
Put him down to 3rd down and manageable here with about 2-3 yards to go. It's a nice offensive play right there. Hit the guy in motion. A lot of time he's going to be covered late, as you can see here. Good job by the outside receiver. If he ends up blocking early, it's pass interference. Instead, he releases and got a big gain on that one. Again, 3rd and very manageable here. Just a little bit more than 2 yards to go.
And 4 minutes to go in this one. Loyola needs a quick strike. They need a couple of them. They go right up the gut. That is Braylon McDonald.
Well, you can see they like that run game, and you can see why. They have a slew of running backs. They have at least 3 running backs going, some with power, some with speed. McDonald kind of a combination of both. Does a good job here, secures the first down, and they're moving on the move. Hey, just get a score. That's what the coaching staff want now. We want some good stuff on film. Get a score, talk positively about something.
And how about this play? Keontae Booker refusing to go down, finally does after a gain of about 8, though.
And you could see you mentioned earlier he had a kickoff and punt return last week. You can see those skills even as a running back. Let's not forget he was the kicker bringing the receiver down on the kickoff. So he is a very talented football player. Nice run right there.
Lots of speed for him. It is going to be 2nd and very short. They go right to him again. How about that cut? Tried to spin out of it, but a good tackle by Doman.
Good secure tackle there. And again, you can see the quickness and what an athlete he is. Gets up the field, bang, outside, tries to work that spin. Doman grabbing. Again, grab him low and bring him down. Nice job.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here. From the 23. Garrett throws, got a man out there, just overshoots Armon Williams.
Almost as if Armon didn't think the ball was coming to him. He was just kind of running the whole time looking at Garrett, thinking maybe he gave that ball. And then Garrett tried to do the best he could to put it in a catchable position.
Defense being played out there by Grove. 2:51 to play. 27-6. Country Day on top. Looking for another stop deep on their side of the field. This time it is right, but he is brought down by Dolman. And we have a late flag in there.
In this one, you'll see no blockers getting to the second level. Both linebackers on that one. Excellent play.
We will wait to see what the flag is. It's going to be a hold on the offense. There we go. And while we take a look at the white hat, you can be a referee. In fact, we need you to get out there and be a ref now more than ever. Nationally, there is a shortage of people who are willing to work these kids' games. And they're just kids' games, so remember, if you love sports and you love those kids, how about you go and register at MHSAA.com. So it's 2nd and 20 now. Back on the other side of the 30 are the Bulldogs of Detroit Loyola. Garrett throws. Got a man out there. It's Chenard Foster again, and he gets this one close to the 20.
Well, Chenard's got to have 6-7 receptions today, and each time he is closer and closer to breaking a big one here. He puts that shoulder down. Good job. Really nice job, and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 3rd down and 8.
A good pickup of 12 on that. Ball now marked at the 20. Loyola down 3 scores late in this one. They've had some opportunities. They've let them slip away so far. It's Garrett throwing over the middle. Had a man out there. The flag is thrown. He was looking for Foster, and he got wrapped up. And that will be pass interference.
And I'm going to say, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I can't believe that play. This ends up being a good football play because if he lets him run free to catch this ball, there is no one there to stop it for a touchdown.
Yeah, so totally turned around. Chenard had nothing, nothing he could do at all, and he is brought down. So they'll get a few yards out of it. They'll get a fresh set of downs. Loyola looking to find the end zone for just the 2nd time today. Make this score look a little more respectable.
Oh, we actually have offsetting penalties
here.
I did not see with the other one, possibly a hold on the offense, so we will repeat 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, I did not see the other flag there, Coach.
Must have been by the white hat because we didn't see it on our end at all.
Well, that's okay, so we'll just do it back up. 3rd and 8 from the 20. Garrett throws, has a man. It's brought in by Dion Horton, who is still on his feet. He's got the first down, and he is finally taken down out of bounds. Great job on 3rd by the senior Horton.
Nice job picking up that first down because he was absolutely contacted well short, probably 4 yards short. And Dolman just could not hand on as Horton's a big, strong young man, and he fights for that first down. It's 1st and goal.
Fights
on the
through
7.
2 tackles, Coach. Picks up about another 5. Garrett with right next to him. Hangs on to it. Throws the fade. Oh, in and out of the hands of Hardy, who tried to go up and over.
And Mr. Garrett's going to want that one back because he left that short. He throws this one up and over the defender's hands, and I believe Hardy catches. Had a little trouble because he kind of moved before he had the football. Little short on the throw. Great effort by both the defender and the receiver there. Incomplete pass. Clock stopped. 2nd down and goal on the 7.
1:57 to play in the game. 2nd and goal. That ball goes to right. He is down to the 3. Kamari Wright. Big number 23, right up the middle. Dolman brings him down. And I believe we do have a player down. Nope, he is up.
Yeah, he did get up. That's what I was checking on.
3rd and goal. It's Wright. Powers his way into the end zone. Still no signal, and it looks like he is going to be down at about the inch line.
Boy, I sure thought he got in. We're going to see here if we get a knee down.
We got maybe an elbow down,
Yeah,
Coach.
could be an elbow. It's tough to see where that ball is. Ref called him down just short.
Well, it's going to be 4th and goal. Inside the 1. Right. Is he in? Country Day says no. Loyola says yes. It is a touchdown. Kamari Wright, the junior, gets Loyola back on the board.
Great job. Good fight in here. He gets, again, contact early. He does a little spin, just keeps churning and churning, pulling backwards. He's clearly on a player and clearly in the end zone. Great job, Loyola, coming down, getting a score. No one's hanging their heads and quitting. They keep fighting. You'd love to see that in the young guys in high school.
Yeah, laying on Amari and Doman. This is right again. No, they fake the handoff. They throw to Chenard. 2-pointer good. Once again, the go-to receiver getting it done for the Dogs.
Boy, you're right. Coach Mitchell's going to love him. Coach Lacaneri over there, going to love him on the offensive side of the ball. He is a heck of a football player. And, you know, you look at his stature, but you know what? Sometimes you got to remove stature and say he's a player, and that's what you're looking at right there. Very nice job. And a good strike into his chest by Garrett. Possibly an onside kick coming here. Maybe have the hands team up. We'll see momentarily.
Yeah, you would expect so with only 1:01 to play in this game. Down 2 scores, 27-14 is the score. And guess what? We'll be right back here next Saturday, Coach. I hope you can join us for our next Game Time Live. We are going to be at Ford Field for the Pret Bowl between Warren De La Salle and U of D Jesuit. You can see it live on State Champs, the Sports Network. Game time is 4:30. Coach, as we're about to get an onside kick, any thoughts about that one real quick before they put the boots to this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, De La Salle is one strong football team, and that's going to be a very, very tough task for U of D. But I will also tell you this, in the Catholic League, they play good football, and I bet it's going to be a war just as it always is, especially in a prep bowl situation.
We get a pooch kick, and it is brought right in. There you see the guy, Quentin Hopkins, bringing it in. Not sure if that's exactly what they wanted. I know with those pooch, you want to find an open area. They kicked it right at number 7.
Well, again, you look at coaching points in that. You know, they probably have seen that before. They know where he likes to pooch it. So what do? You set a guy there to make sure he's there to catch it, and that's exactly what happened. So good job by Country Day being well coached there, and their player just catching the football, and it's their ball with a minute to go. Should probably see a knee here 3 times, although Loyola does have timeout, so we'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, neither team has used a timeout here in the second half. 3 apiece, so Loyola can stop the clock. Hunter Rayota hands it off. Gabe Zeldez on the carry.
And again, that's a little pitch, which is technically a pass because it's forward as the QB lets it go out of his hands. Good job as Zeldez just securing the football first and then getting up the field, and we are running the clock, so this should be the last offensive play here of the game.
Yeah, gain of 5 there for Zeldez. Right there as you see it at the 40. The clock is down to 30 seconds. This should be it. Victory formation. Little trouble with the snap. That's okay. Hunter brings it in. Gets a hug from his man Luke. And that'll do it. On homecoming, the Yellow Jackets are a happy bunch. Country Day improves to 5-2 on the year. The defending state champs getting back in the win column. Their second in a row. For Loyola, they fall to 3-5 on the year. Kind of shocking when you see that record, but then when you look at who they've had to face, Coach, Pontiac, Notre Dame Prep, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, UD Jesuit, who we just mentioned, they've got an incredible schedule. This is not a 3-5 football team.
No, and they're looking at, they get that schedule, 1, because there sometimes aren't teams who will play them, and then 2, they're going to get themselves playoff ready by playing staunch competition, and they certainly do. And again, I think the point that I know the coaching staff will make when they talk, hey guys, I know we lost, it was a tough loss, but nobody hung their head. Nobody gave up. We fought to the end. We played a good football team. Country Day's a good football team. They came out pounding the rock as they said they wanted to, possessed it, kept those guys off the real good talent off the field. You know what? And that's really tough, especially at the high school level. You want to be out there making plays, and instead you're watching run after run after run. Not easy.
Well, for Country Day, they improved to 5-2. They end the regular season next week against Brother Rice, but they have some question marks. We don't know what's going on with their quarterback right now.
Yes, we do not. It's a question that needs to be answered, and we'll find out what happened from the get-go. That's been the round table, if you will, of quarterbacks at Brother Rice. So we did CC. We saw who was the second guy go down and the third guy come in. So we'll see what happens next week.
Well, either way, that is a happy bunch of Yellow Jackets right there. Detroit Country Day, 27-14 winners here at Country Day. Once again, we hope you can join us next Saturday afternoon. 4:30 is the game time for the Brett Bowl, live from Ford Field. Warren De La Salle taking on UAD Jesuit. For Coach Richie Pop and our entire crew, I am Ryan Slocum. Thank you very much for joining us here on Game Time Live. We hope to see you again next week. State Champs Game Time Live is presented by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. It's also brought to you by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.